Just when you thought we were out, we come back. And, well, you can tell, we're not exactly the most tech literate tonight. We are at Brooklyn Bowl in Fishtown, the beautiful Fishtown. And a very nice setup. We do have our regular camera, but we decided we've already caused enough mayhem by trying to get an audio setup. And at some point, we'll show you where we're at. We're actually at the bowling lanes.
We are
they're
on the
over
lanes.
here.
We are literally on lanes 1 and 2 to our left.
There's a disco ball over there, but we decided that the best setup and the thing that's going to make this the least awful for all of you at home.
I got to remove that thing. Hold on, I'm going to show everybody here.
Yeah.
Because I got to get the I got to get this setting off. So give me a sec. All right, hold on.
And he removed
there he goes.
himself. Damn it.
He's the best. He's the best. So anyway, so let's tell everybody what we're doing here. This is kind of cool.
We're down here. Bundy the other day sends a text. Well, it was yesterday, right? Or was it 2 days ago? Do I give him enough credit or do I give him too much credit?
Yeah,
It might have been.
sometime in the last 48 hours.
It might have been Saturday. He needs help.
What did
Hey,
you
you
do?
wanna bring me back on.
Here, I got you. No, it's
What do
turn
I
your
do
camera. Hit to turn your camera on.
Oh, yeah, start
Toggle-
cam.
toggle-
I got
there
you.
you go.
All right, there you go. See that?
Yeah.
I'm
There you go.
coming along.
Oh, look
See,
at
look
it.
at this. We'll give you guys a quick look. Look at that.
There are the
look
lanes.
at that right
There are the
there.
lanes.
You can, if you look closely, you'll see Big Aaron McCracken hiding down the back end right there.
And
And
Russell
then
showed
over on this side, you've got the setup. They've got the big board. There's a bar over there. There's a buffet.
So wait, the
Anthony,
big
say
board,
hi.
buffet.
Say hi, Ant.
Hi, Ant.
Hey, Ant.
So
there's
the
Russ.
the big
This is-
board.
An intern.
This is
we
an
are all here together.
all-time. What a shit show.
No,
And-
but the big board. What are you? People don't know what we're doing.
Oh, yeah. Well, it says in the thumbnail and it says in the
Oh,
description
okay,
of the
yeah.
episode if they're watching live currently on the Snow The Goalie YouTube channel or Facebook or Twitter, or maybe they're listening after the fact in the podcast feed, wherever they get their podcasts, like Spotify and Apple Music and all that.
Yeah.
But we are at the Snider Hockey NHL Playoff Fantasy Draft.
Yeah. We are a team.
Bundy was presented the opportunity to draft a team, and then he said, "Oh, boys, what if we go down and do a show?" I said, "All right." So we put it together. Ant
together
figured
kinda
out
last-
getting the equipment,
kinda last minute.
smuggling the equipment out of Wells Fargo Center like Ocean's 11 style. Intern Andrew executed the snatch and grab, and we're here.
And we're here. And so we're going to be part of this draft, and we want the fans
Yes.
to help us with this draft. And
Yes.
we'll have intern Andrew will go. I send him the rules. He'll go over some of the rules for everybody.
Well, I'll say
so
this.
they know. But wait. So here's what had happened. When we walked in, there were some pucks on the table, and each drafting team had to go over and pull a puck to determine where they're getting drafted, where they're going to draft.
Did you grab the puck?
Did you grab the puck?
Did you grab
No.
the puck?
Well, what the fuck?
So you know who grabbed the puck? I grabbed the puck.
I
You
was
didn't
not-
when I was down there.
I
No,
was
I
not
went
made aware
back
of
to
that.
get
so
the
you
puck.
just realized that you need it.
And so I got the puck,
Okay.
and it shows us, I'm going to put it up to the camera, where we are selecting in this draft.
Well, yeah.
I tried to bend over and pick a puck up once, and I
So-
couldn't do it.
We are picking first in the draft.
Get out!
I pulled
Put
the
that
number
on.
one.
Oh, okay, you are showing it on
I'm
the camera.
showing it on camera. Number one. So we have the first pick.
Get the hell
the
out of
draft.
here. Snow the goalie. Well, I mean,
So the goalie's
listen.
got the
Well, we are
first
the Only Flyers podcast.
So, Andrew, tell us what your theory was and how we're doing this so our fans will understand. Because, Andrew, when I got here, I'm not going to take this. Andrew, what are we looking for in our draft?
Okay, well, first of all, spoiler alert, we're getting Connor. We're bringing Connor in.
That's the first pick because I think Edmonton can go on a long run.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So basically, the strategy is you have to pick players on teams that are going to go far in the playoffs. So like I love Austin Matthews just as much as the next guy. Boston is going to absolutely mollywop Toronto in that series.
They are.
So like he's going to be 4 or 5 games and then we lose him. So the other thing is we have the benefit of having already watched the first 6 games, so we can retroactively get their points. So you get
that is
extra.
true.
None of the games have gone to overtime yet, but we still get extra points for guys that have scored regulation game-winning goals.
Okay.
So the 6 guys that have scored regulation game-winning goals so far: Stefan Nason, Brandon Carlo, Matthew Tkachuk, Artemi Panarin, my good friend Kyle Connor from the University of Michigan, and Dakota Joshua. So I'm obviously Breadman's not going to be there on the way back. Would Tkachuk fall all the way? He wouldn't fall all the way to 38, right? For us to get into the
38?
second round? Yeah.
No.
No.
You ain't going to go out of the top, bottom 5.
The other thing to keep in mind is goaltending. And what you do in this draft is you draft a team's goaltending. So it's not one goalie. So you could technically draft Boston's goalies, right, and get both Swayman and Ullmark. And, I don't think anybody but Bob's going to start for Florida, but you could get Bob and Stolarz.
It is a
matter,
snake
right?
draft.
Right,
just
and
so
it's
you
a
know.
snake draft, right? So there's 19 teams,
So 3 don't have goalies.
8 rounds, okay? All right? And, well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how that's going to work.
So I'm wondering on the wraparound, should we try to jump on? Like, do you think maybe we can get Shesterkin on the way back?
Well, I do. I'm hoping to do is maybe you go Ottinger. With Dallas.
Okay, yeah.
Like you're right, and that's I love that play.
Yeah.
So I think Dallas could have some, but really, what's interesting is it's wide open this year. To me, it is, and a lot like anyone can win.
Yes.
Except for Washington.
Yeah.
So I really think that you have to predict as a group who you think is going to go far, and then
there's also
rally
another thing.
around
Our
that.
bonuses for the team if your team guys get knocked out. If your team gets knocked out by a team that advances to the Stanley Cup final, there are bonus points. So the question is, like if you look at a guy like Austin Matthews, let's say he gets a point per game in the playoffs. Let's say they're done in 6. Let's say that series goes 6. He gets 6 points.
Yes.
But then let's say Boston goes to the final. Then you get 5 bonus points for Austin Matthews. So that's 11. So the question that you have to debate is it worth taking Austin Matthews at, say, 11 points? Or do you sit there and say, let's go with maybe a second or third line guy who might go 4 rounds,
Right.
And they might get 11, 12, 13 points out of that.
There's one more big
Okay.
twist that we have to mention.
We love
Yeah.
twists.
If you pick players from teams that are wild cards, their points are doubled.
Yes.
So if you guys disagree, then disagree. I think the best wild card team would be Tampa. I think they have the best chance.
I don't know. I agree. I
So
still
I'm-
don't think they're going to get by Florida.
I don't either. I think Florida's going to the final, to be honest with
But
you.
that's one of those ones where you don't tell anybody unless someone's listening. Someone might just be smart enough, or they think they will, to pick Kucherov second or third, right?
Yeah.
Where he has to win 4 of the next 6 games, and that doesn't make sense. So that's what we're
Well,
trying.
can any of the look? I think Nashville can upset Vancouver, even though they lost last night.
They played well.
They played really well.
Vancouver's a fraud to me a little bit.
A little bit.
Wow.
I agree. I agree on that. I would have picked Nashville in the series. I still pick Nashville in the series. I think Nashville can win that series.
Yeah, you see here. So here's a good point. And again, I don't do a lot of these, but I have a general idea. But so this guy here is saying McKinnon should go before McDavid. Absolutely no chance. He's down 1 game
Already.
Winnipeg's going to win that series.
We're not going to take a guy that's down a game where they're forcing to win 4 of the next 6 when the other team needs to win 3 of the next 6. So, I mean, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that, but it's a massive deal.
McKinnon and Caair are both going to go very, very early in this draft, I would assume.
They are,
So.
and then that makes you have to look at a team like Winnipeg, as a sleeper. You got to find a sleeper in there somewhere.
I love
By the
Nashville.
way,
I do
also
wanna- I
think,
do wanna note,
I
though,
think
there-
that there's also, and we don't have them with us because nobody grabbed them, but I think they provided like roster sheets and depth charts and stuff.
did.
well,
They didn't give us one.
Well, somebody's got to go grab them.
I don't need it.
intern Andrew.
got it.
But we need it.
we need
Intern
it.
Andrew.
Okay.
Okay.
So
that
the
way we
fuck?
can-
Do you think
so
I
that way
got
we-
eyes in the back of
That
my
way we
head?
can scratch off who got
That's
drafted.
true. We have to scratch it off.
I have
mean-
the iPad. I was going to write down all the picks.
Well,
God,
that's
it's nice to have the
wonderful. I'm
Bundy
glad
bomb
you're
back
gonna do that.
today.
It is nice.
Fuck, it feels so fucking good.
Fucking A-rate.
No, the intern can't drop F-bombs.
Yeah, I get one.
That was your one.
That was your one. That's it. That's it.
I hope it was worth it.
We're gonna have to send the intern
Well, we
to go
forgot
get
to
that.
tell the people why it's so good for them to help, because there's an incentive tonight
Oh yes, there is.
for the team that wins. And this, honestly, is where all of you wonderful human beings out there who decided to tune in to this absolute shit show, whether you stay or not, we're obviously going to monitor who's helping.
Yeah.
But there's a big prize to the team that ultimately wins the Fantasy Hockey League for the postseason. And go ahead, tell the people what they can win.
the winning team, it could be Snow the Goalie,
Should be Snow the Goalie.
gets a suite at a Flyers game next year with 16 tickets. And
Wow.
VIP passes and all the.
Oh,
there's
we
like
could
all
put
kinds
that
of.
to great use.
Could you imagine?
Yeah,
Could you imagine what we could do with that?
that would be unbelievable.
And so we want to give it to our fans.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's absolutely.
Right? We want
Yep.
our fans to come enjoy a game together.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys need to help us with this draft. And we'll go along. And like I said, it's only 8 rounds. So you're in with us for tonight. We'll probably go. I know that they're taking 2 short breaks during the draft. I think one after round 3 and one after round 6,
Correct.
if I'm not mistaken.
Do we get? Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll have a couple guests on. We'll be able to go grab some food and things like that. So there are a couple short breaks. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be really, really fun. And we want to win and give away tickets to the Snow the Goalie family. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah, and we want everybody, too, that's here. Listen, the games start in an hour, the hockey games.
Yeah.
Turn on your laptop or whatever, however you watch Snow the Goalie. Join us for the draft. Give us some is there anywhere do we know that they can follow this draft to know what's going on?
I don't think there is.
No.
I was going to try to ask if we can get access because it looks like it's a Google Doc. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. It's Excel.
Yeah.
If I can get them to share us onto it, I can get the board on here.
Oh, Coates's here.
If I can get us added.
Oh, here's some great
It's
jokes tonight.
Time to get started. It's Coates's the host.
How long ago do you think he got started?
Jesus.
Are you going to go get the paperwork?
Can you go check the paper? And while you're up there, ask them if somebody can share the document with us
Okay.
to an email.
Where-
It's like
am
someone
I-
dragged
where am
him
I
here in a
getting this
dump
from?
truck.
I don't know.
The front table.
The front table down there, down the stairs?
Right where we walked in when we met
they had him there?
Katie.
Okay.
Well, she's the person to ask, and she's there. So that's like
But,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's we got to find out.
There goes intern Andrew.
Yeah.
There he goes.
He's our research expert. He spent a lot of time putting this thing together.
Intern.
Yeah. Oh,
He did a great job.
He did. But I'm not saying just setting up our equipment. I'm saying he spent a lot of time preparing for the fantasy draft. Like, he's all into this. When I was talking to him earlier, he's got a full strategy
Hey, how you
ready
doing,
to go.
Steve?
So,
Hey, Stevie.
Coatesy,
Coatesy, how are you?
good to see you.
He has no idea.
He has
where
no
he
idea
is.
who we are.
No,
The guy's brain is gone.
He's gone. He's shot. Coatesy,
That's called shot in the ass right there.
spiral out. Just put it. I'll
We're all,
pop it up
hey,
on the
Ed,
screen.
we're all going to get there, brother.
Coatesy toasty. There we go.
Jesus.
You know, we have, and the funny thing is, and people don't know this yet, but like we have a chat tomorrow. We're going to be getting some intel from the team on this past year and what they're thinking for next year. And I thought that was going to be the first commitment I was going to have to. What the hell's going on with you?
Uh-oh. What's the problem?
She says she's going to bring it over.
Oh, okay.
And then she said she would inquire about sharing the document with you.
That'd be fantastic. Because
There
then we
you
could
go.
just bring it up on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the
Easier
people
on,
could-
easier on me too, because my eyesight is terrible. My eyesight is so bad. There's a lot riding on this.
Well, they'll call it out, and so
Is
you
this your finest hour?
It might be. I'll say this: I'm not here to have fun. Like, I'm taking this very, very
This is
seriously.
serious shit, huh?
This is not fun. Okay, so I ride with the listeners. I want to get some Snow the Goalie fans into those suites.
I love it. I love
This
it.
guy's committed.
He's great.
So
He
like,
might need to be committed after the season.
like
we
I
put
said,
him through.
we retroactively get the points of the guys that have already started playing. It is. I'm telling you right now, we will walk out of this building tonight already in first place.
Wow.
That's your plan?
I'm going to make sure that happens.
That's not a terrible thing.
Although McDavid hasn't played yet, and I'm picking him. So, spoiler alert.
I'm picking him. Not we.
Did you have an announcement, or was that the announcement that we were picking first?
First overall. You're the first overall pick.
That's just unbelievable.
I pulled there were pucks on the table. I picked it up, and it had the number 1 on it.
So
I
what if I
actually
picked the
called
wrong
the
puck?
league, and
Yeah.
I used what they use, and I did some draft fluffing to get us the first pick.
I didn't want the first pick because then we don't pick again until 38.
It's all right.
We're going to
have
sit
the-
through 36 other
here we
picks.
go.
But we're going to
got
have McDavid.
Thank you
They're
very
not
much.
mine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We got McDavid, and they don't.
So here we go.
Now, what we should do is we should see what people are willing to offer. Are there trades allowed in this
I
draft?
think there are.
You were allowed to trade your draft pick at the beginning. So if somebody else
All
wanted
right,
number
so,
1,
So I could go up to that podium, push Coatesy over, and I could say that Snow the Goalie is on the clock, but we are open for business. And then we can have people come over here and grovel on the podcast
I really want
for the
Connor,
first
though.
pick. Yeah, but you have to remember, we're in a snake draft, and because we have the first pick in the first round, we also have the shittiest pick in the second round. So it could behoove us to hedge a little bit. You move from 1 down to
7.
7.
Can we trade?
I just think
I'm just saying
that's getting too
that
cute.
The snake draft is not fun. And by the way, I know that you guys think Edmonton's going to go on this long run. I'm not convinced. I don't have a problem taking McDavid, but it is.
I think they're going on a run.
Who?
Edmonton.
I think, actually, I'm going to say this. The first time I've said it since McDavid's been there, they can win the cup with that guy this year in the way everything is. And you know what?
They got a good draw in the playoffs.
They do. They have LA. I think they get through that. And then I think he's a momentum guy, and I think if he starts to feel it, like building that momentum personally, I think that he's
not only that, I liked them in the second round.
Yeah.
Because the Vancouver-Nashville winners in the second round.
I was going to say, the Kings series is going to be harder for them than whatever the second round
Yes, I
series
agree.
is.
And so then the question is, who comes out of the gauntlet? And the other division is a gauntlet with Dallas and Winnipeg and Colorado and Vegas. Like, think about that. Vegas is the 8th seed, and they're the defending Cup champs.
Yeah, and
Dallas has to play them in the first round.
Dallas has to play them in the first round. That would have been like the one you would have thought might have been the conference final earlier in the year. But I think because, everyone's pissed at Vegas today because of Stone coming back. It's like, I'm going to play tonight.
Shocker!
Wow, that's a fucking shocker.
Wow.
Do you guys know what McDavid's middle name is?
No.
Hold on.
Is it Snow the Goalie?
No.
Russ? Andrew.
It's Andrew.
It's Andrew.
We have to.
Connor Andrew McDavid will be the selection.
That's why I said I'm making the pick.
Coatsy's hiding behind that screen still.
He's going back there to sip another.
He's afraid.
Take another
Look at all
sip.
these guys with the sport jackets on. What the fuck is this? Is
might,
this because it's? Were we supposed to dress up, or is it because they're?
No,
doing
there's guys wearing hockey jerseys over there.
These guys are wearing sport coats right here. Are
you
they
got
coming
clothes
from work,
on?
or
You're
they,
good.
Or the,
because you know why? So this is.
Or are they doing? Or
we also have to
are they
explain-
cosplaying because the NHL draft has?
We have to explain, Russ, because
I'm gonna out these people.
in order to get.
If your husband
into
isn't
this
home
draft.
right now, he might be here.
In order to get into this draft, you had to pay a significant amount of money to Snider Hockey Youth Foundation to be part of this. So it's a fundraiser. They're not just doing this for kicks, right? There's money being raised tonight. And there's some alumni here. I saw Bernie here. I saw Mark Howell here. Doug Crossman's here. You're here, obviously, Bundy, right? So there's a lot of guys that are floating around. Maybe try and grab one of them at some point. We're going to have a couple guests at some point during the show. So I think that it's a great event. Like, it's a really, really cool event. You've done this before, right? I've done it before as well.
When it was over at the casino across the street, we can actually see the Rivers Casino from where we are here.
Yes.
And the Ben Franklin Bridge out to the right.
Yeah.
So, it's a really, really cool venue here.
This is a great venue.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? Maybe we take a look at doing some road shows here.
No, we'll see. What we're gonna get Maggie Bond from Brooklyn Bowl on at some point. I believe it's the second break. We're gonna get her on.
Awesome
So
stuff,
we'll talk to her and we'll see if we set something up.
I'm looking forward to this because you know what I mean. It was last Tuesday the Flyers lost, and you know what? It is that kind of funeral for 24 hours. At least it is for me. Like, I feel pissed off. And disappointment, and then you go watch the exit interviews. Did you guys get anything out of that of the exit interviews? I know we haven't really talked. Maybe it's a good time to reflect on some of them while we wait.
I think the most interesting thing was what Frank Saravalli had to say. Did you see any of this?
I didn't. No, I saw something on here, but I didn't see anything.
So he went on with Derek and Riley on Nasty Knuckles.
Yeah.
And did an interview and said that he talked to players in the locker room who were not happy with the coach and how it went. And then he said that there's players that weren't happy and how it's going to be really difficult for this team to kind of recover from this because of torts.
I mean,
and it's an interesting report.
And also that, as he said a couple of years ago, and he sticks to, Torts is the worst coach for this team, that he's a very good coach. But he's effectively cost them the chance to go out and get high draft picks.
But we said this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's all everyone's like saying, "Oh, look at." We said it.
Yeah.
He wasn't the right coach at the right time. I mean, if you want a guy who's going to come kick young guys' asses, then he's the right guy to do it. But I don't know if that's where they're at. And the problem is, and he said it himself, is follows him everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
everywhere.
And the way I look at it, and I don't discredit what Frank is reporting. I think Frank is pretty spot on with his reporting at all times. What I though say, Bundy, and you can kind of attest to this as someone who's been in locker rooms before, is that from one season to the next, the players kind of reset.
Absolutely.
Right? They might be pissed off now. They might not be happy right at this moment. Like, he never should have benched Coots, or he never should have berated Bobby Brink. He shouldn't have yelled about or called the team soft after they made a comeback in the third period against the Islanders. There needs to be better terminology. Yeah, they can be mad at all of that stuff right now. But come October, that's not being discussed. That's not being talked about. in the locker room. Now, they're looking at 24-25 at that point.
Absolutely. There's no doubt. Hey, but you know what, though, Ant? That is true. The problem is, though, is when something like this happens and the same coach is around. I mean, listen, we saw a coach get fired under while I was here for saying that the team was in a choking situation.
Yeah.
John Tortorella quadrupled that this year in terms of what he said to the media about guys. And again, I just as a human being, you can hear the rumblings. I talked to a couple of guys also. I don't want to say it's totally direct, but there's no way you can manufacture what happened the last 6 weeks this year and players come out of it saying nothing happened.
Yeah, of course not. And look, the other thing is he's still under contract, right? For another 2 years.
He does.
That's like $8 million.
It's a
right?
lot of
It's
money,
a lot of money that they're not just going to suck up and give up.
They just asked if Coates's allowed to curse because of the podcast.
Absolutely. Is he allowed to curse?
He obviously doesn't listen to the podcast.
By the way, the presenting spot, like the Snider Hockey comes over to me, like, we have a really important presenting sponsor we want to have come on your show. You guys cool with it? And I said, yeah. And I went over to introduce me to the guy. He goes, Ant, I listen to you guys all the time. You're like the best show ever. I was like, this is the presenting sponsor saying this to us, right? So it's pretty cool.
It's almost time.
Pretty cool. I think it's time. Coates's got the mic.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, it's time. There we go.
How many people have experienced this in prior years?
I'm sure people can hear this. Right? Can you guys hear
yeah.
Coatesy?
You back.
Let us know if you can't hear him.
Because this is a hell of a night. My name's Steve Coates, and I've been involved with this since 1994, this fantasy draft. It was originally for the Foundation for the Blind back in the day by a gentleman named Gunn that owned the San Jose Sharks. And after that expired, X9 Youth Foundation was smart enough to be able to take over this, and we've been running it all those years except for, of course, the problem with COVID. Now, I'll give you all the rules as we move forward, but I'd like to take this time to thank a person that has a huge part in this starting up again. He's a member of the Snider Youth Foundation board. His name is Steve Capaferri.
This is the guy that's going to be coming on with us.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
I'm going to mute all of our mics except for this one that's pointed.
And not only is Steve Capaferri the lead guy in bringing this back, but he's also one of our title sponsors, or the title sponsor of this event. So we doubly thank Steve Capaferri. Thank you very much. So how did this all start? Back in the day, the Foundation for the Blind, under Mr. Gunn, they used to have it in New York, Chicago, Toronto, Philadelphia, and it was a nationwide thing as far as this fantasy draft. And a gentleman that was here in Philadelphia for a long time, he was instrumental in putting it all together back in '94. When we first did it, to tell you how long ago we did it in the Spectrum. That'll tell you how long ago it was. And I was only 8 years old when we did it for the first time. But at this time, I'd like to ask Quinn Spitzer to say a few words.
Steve has been with us since the very beginning, and the beginning goes back.
So yeah, they're going to do a little bit of introduction stuff here. I don't think that the audience necessarily needs to follow along with that.
I don't think they can hear us anyway talking here. So
Yeah, no, they can't hear us talking. As
Well,
long
they
as we
can hear us now.
No, they can
Oh,
hear
they-
us.
yeah,
They can't
yeah.
hear us. That's why we're set off just off to the side a little bit, so we can keep talking about this thing's going on. But yeah, this will be a lot of fun to do this. I think we'll have a whole episode down the line, maybe later at the end of the week or beginning of next week, to talk about the stuff that Frank really got into with sports. I think that's
we still probably end up talking about it.
Why don't we have Frank on?
we should.
We could.
I mean, he's a friend of me and Anthony. I know you know him, Russ. Like, he'd come on. I've gone on his show.
He'd absolutely come on. He'd
I
absolutely.
mean, like,
come
let's get it from our end. I mean,
on. Yeah, we'll definitely talk to him about
players
it.
are coming
So-
on. And I always stay out of the end of the year stuff as a broadcaster. Like, this is not my business. My job is to carry the message.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't really do with a lot of the shit at the end of the year, because I know what was going to be said. The one interesting point I found, Anthony, this year was what Sanheim said. I practiced all summer to play the right side, worked at it mentally, and then they made me play the left.
Put him back on the left.
But I don't know how you really – either you just can play it or you don't.
Yeah, exactly. So intern Andrew, I'm going to throw it back over to you for a second.
Okay.
As we look ahead to this draft, we obviously know we're going to pick number 1. And for anybody who missed it, we are picking first in this draft. 19 teams.
We're even going to tell you who we're picking.
We're getting McJesus.
Yeah, we're going to go McDavid.
When they get bounced in the first round, I just want
That was
everybody
Not,
to remember.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Are you?
He's the best offensive player in the world.
Yeah.
We have to take him.
I was not planning on taking on having the first pick, so I was going in a different
know what?
direction coming in.
I'll make you a bet right now. I'll bet you the second pick in the draft is Draisaitl.
I would imagine most of you.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
All of you.
What if somebody takes Kucherov?
Go ahead. He's going to be gone.
No, but I'm
he'll be
saying,
gone
what
in the
if
first
what if
round.
one of these guys in the sport coats?
Well, maybe they're dumb enough to do that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how early Pasternak goes.
Oh, 18.
Right, here, do we want to?
Yeah.
Selection process has already taken place. So we'll go through 1 through 18, and then 18 back up to 1. 1 through 18 back up to 1. I had it in my script. It's called a snake. I've never heard that expression before for the order of drafting. Have anybody heard that before? I've never heard that before. Yeah?
Do we make the joke? Do we make the joke that we can make right now?
All the years I did this, nobody had a snake. Okay, all right.
He's never
So
had
we got
anybody
that
tell me he's
taken
got a
care of.
snake.
Okay, when you pick a wild card team and they keep going, you get double points. Double points. So in other words, you take a team that doesn't expect to win or you don't expect them to win, you get double points. If you pick a team that has a team that gets beat by the conference championship team, then you will get double points. If you get to the second round and get beat, and your team ends up winning the Stanley Cup, you get double points.
The visual's
Now,
not great.
I hope we have a lot of analytic people that can figure that out here, but that's basically the way you can get extra points. Now, you obviously get points according to goals, assists, and total points. You're going to pick one team every time it comes around to you. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And we are really not very tight on that. Okay? Alcohol takes over around the 4th round. And as a result, we get a little lackadaisical. You don't see any clocks up here, do you? So it's just a matter of politeness and keeping things going. If you have a problem, and you need to take a timeout, you're allowed 1 timeout. Now, one thing that's very important, and things have changed here a lot in the last 30 years when hockey was a little bit still in its infancy, where a lot of you are hockey fans now and you're intelligent to what you do, but we still have somebody or some teams that really have no fucking idea what they're doing. So that's my way of saying that the word fuck is in play tonight. And I apologize, ladies, but it's just the way it is, okay? We're on radio over here with Snow The Goalie, and I got approval from them. Okay, I figured that, Bundy. Thank you very much. So, outside of that, I think that we're ready to go. We have 18 teams. I think I've got everything. I know I've done this a lot of years, but I just better double check. Time limit and goalies. You don't have to take goalies. In fact, I wouldn't take the goalies in Colorado and Winnipeg after last night's games. Holy shit, Colorado outshoots Winnipeg and they get beat 7-6. So it's those kind of games that, you're going to pile up a lot of points. And you have, because the teams have already started. Everybody, you can still take those teams, those players, and if you take a look at the box scores from the early games, all the good players, the players that you would normally pick.
Just so everyone knows, I'm going to go up and make the first pick, but we'll take turns going around.
So we're going to go in order here.
We're going to ham this up.
Is there any questions, just in case? Oh, good, thank God, because I won't have the answers. All right, Snowy the goalie. We're going to send our, hold on, Mia.
No. It's Snow.
I don't drink,
Snow
but
the
that's
goalie,
fine.
Steve. Snow the goalie.
Oh, that's water? The hell, I don't drink water.
Snowy's your brain.
Oh, there's
Snow the
another one.
goalie's the show.
You're going to make the pick?
Oh, okay, you're taking this? Okay, this is Mia. She's, this is.
All right, so Bundy's going to make the pick.
Fantasy Drafts representative.
Go up over the top like Kevin
Vanna
Nash.
White. This is Vanna White, everybody. So go ahead. So when we call your name, you know where everybody is? Okay. Okay. Hello, Bundy. What's going on? How are you? Chris Therien. How's everybody? Yeah. No, we're going to pack.
Oh, all right. Good to be, great to be here, everybody. It is Snow The Goalie, your #1 Flyers podcast in the city. Not snowy, but it is to Coatsy. We're going to just go easy here tonight. Simplify it. #1 pick, McJesus. Connor McDavid.
Love that pick. Love that pick.
You know what?
It's a great pick.
Have you ever thought that Snowy the Goalie is a lot easier to rhyme? Snow the Goalie.
Well, it doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't have any momentum. We're working.
Coachy's trying to rename the show.
Okay.
Connor McDavid off the board. Good pick, Bundy.
Connor
Thank
McDavid.
you for the first pick in this year's fantasy draft.
Thanks,
Thanks, Anthony SanFilippo and Russ Joy.
Thanks, buddy.
How about
Wow.
that? No shot for intern Andrew, but
That's
maybe
fine.
you'll get a handshake.
Yeah, we got
I'll give you a handshake by the time it's all said and done. All right, so we've successfully done a very good job here. Now, do you have a pen? Are you marking it off? Now,
I am.
intern Andrew, I believe, might have been able to procure the link for us to the spreadsheet, and if that's the
I'll be
case,
with you in a minute.
yes. All right, we're good. I do have.
No problems.
I'll be able to bring this up.
Number 2, Fettuccine Alfredo.
All right, the #2 pick's coming up here.
This is a guess where I thought it was Draisaitl.
Well, Draisaitl would be the right choice
He
here.
would, for sure. Makes the most sense.
See,
They took McKinnon.
They took McKinnon.
they're falling into that trap. Let's go, Jets.
Snow the Goalie.
Thank you,
Went
Steve.
on a limb and took Connor McDavid.
Yes, we did. We went out on a limb. We went on a limb.
Callahan South.
It's a very big limb.
I'll tell you what.
How about Coatsy being told he didn't have a snake? How about
I've been doing
that?
this a long time. That is outstanding.
That's great.
I mean, that is like very impressive.
So we're now. So Draisaitl, the more he falls, it's ridiculous.
He can't go. I mean,
Unless people think that they're going to miss out.
On Style Street. First off, I want to thank Brooklyn Bowl for being a great host. Shout out to Snider Hockey. for
Wow.
everything you did for the kids in the city.
Now they thanked the
It's an
sponsor.
honor
They
to be
thanked the
here.
sponsor there, Bundy. You failed on that.
I didn't even remember. We're here.
There he
Leon
is.
Draisaitl.
Well, he struggled there with the name.
Could everybody understand
That
we don't need
CT
no
Landry
bullshit
brings up a good
about
point
that?
also, because I think the Rangers are going to go for it pretty far. So how early does Panarin go?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be the next pick.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, this was what I was going to ask you. By the time we pick again, which is not going to be till pick
It's like
36.
36, yeah.
South Street.
Yeah. Is a guy like Philip Forsberg still out there?
I'm sorry.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Dad, I'm off to a bad start.
Because
Yeah.
it's double
Not
points.
There we go,
John
Russ.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Trying to get rid of some of these absurd.
But again, we would be breaking our rule of picking a guy that's already down 1-0
JW1.
in the
Yeah.
series.
Ken. What's that?
Well, you're right. It would be going against the rule.
Like the last comment by Spiral Out.
What is it?
The goalie bows to no sponsor.
All right, you say it. Go ahead.
That's good stuff, man.
All right, we're going to pick Artemi Panarin.
There
Yeah.
goes
Yeah, there it
Panarin.
is, yeah.
All right,
There's the
pretty-
bread.
Pretty
Scored a goal
predictable.
For the New York Rangers?
Yeah. So Panarin goes.
This says there are 19
River
teams.
Rock Academy.
It says 19, so there is 19. So Coatsy misnumbered the teams.
Whoa, Coatsy was wrong about something? Get out of town.
Absolutely.
Nobody does any stupid shit in the first round. Hold on.
So who do you think is the first Jet off the board then?
I'm actually going to take this off the screen real quick.
Shifley,
Probably,
probably.
be Connor.
I was gonna say Kyle Connor.
Could be Connor.
I just don't know how much these people trust Winnipeg.
How many points did McKinnon have yesterday?
I don't know.
I had a question for you. Hey, Coatsy. Down here.
Hi, Howie. Mark Howe.
Oh.
Hall of Fame. NHL Hall of Famer.
Mark Howe's helping on this next pick here.
Mark Howe's here.
Let me explain something to you. I am the
Wait,
communicator, not the organizer.
Oh, okay.
I communicate. Somebody else organizes.
Well, wait a second. If Mark Howe's picking
All right,
players,
We're almost done. We're going to go with Florida.
Howie, I didn't know you were that in depth.
Florida Panthers, Matthew Tkachuk.
Very good
Tkachuk.
man. Matthew Tkachuk has already got a goal. That guy's a hockey player. Matthew Tkachuk's a hockey player. There's no two ways about it. Who's missing?
Well, we knew he's not a football player, so that's good.
One other thing.
Yes.
Will be bonus points for shorthanded goals.
Correct.
That's big value for Sam Reinhart there. He had 5 this year.
Good for you. That's a good idea.
Konechny actually led the
I
league
don't
in
think Sam
assists.
Reinhart's going to make it to us. I really don't. I don't see that happening.
Okay.
I think Reinhardt's probably going to be a
he's-
first-round pick. So.
All right, let's go on to the Philadelphia Flyers alumni.
Bundy, were you
Now,
invited to
most
be
of
on the
times
alumni
people
team?
always say, well, the
No, I
alumni,
stayed with
they're
us.
really gonna know what they're doing.
Even though I love my alumni guys, but I mean,
You're
I
a
just
great guy.
wanted
I
to
don't
put
think
another
so.
team in, and
I think they won once. Joe Watson. Hey. How many times did you win this event? 3 times.
This is going to take a long time.
When's that buffet start?
Kind of
coach,
six-
like I
15
tried to set the
minutes.
tone by just going up and picking,
Thank you.
because fucking this guy will be going all night. We're gonna be here
Okay,
till 10
the
o'clock.
Flyers
Like fuck,
alumni picking
I don't need a
6.
comment after every guy. Make the fucking pick and move to the next one.
Jesus. I'm with you. We're at pick 6 right now.
Having a disagreement right off the bat.
Oh, good.
I love it.
Joe
Where it
Watson.
should be, I guess.
Hold on, I should introduce Doug Crossman's there, Todd Fedorik's there, Bernie Perron is
Barnyard
there,
Benny.
and Joe
Mark Benny.
Watson. That is definitely a brain trust, no two ways about it. A goalie, a defenseman, a
You got their own
cement head,
fantasy team.
and a skilled defenseman.
What do you
Perfect.
think? Where do you think Fridge goes with this pick?
The Flyers alumni proudly present
I can love it, man. Love it.
draft from the Dallas Stars,
Robertson?
Mike
Wyatt
Logano.
Johnson.
That's an interesting pick.
Hey, Mike Johnson.
Wyatt
That's
Johnson.
a
Wyatt
little bit of
Johnson.
a surprise to the alumni.
That's high.
All right.
Well, there's food.
I mean, look, I like the Stars.
We're
They
gonna go
were
down
my
to hello.
preseason pick
I'm sorry,
to go
hello.
to win the Stanley
Good.
Cup. There's a lot of players on that team that I would take. I would look at a guy. You talk about a guy potentially with shorthanded situations. Rupe
Man, where
Hintz.
are you? Okay.
He had 3 this year.
Yeah, like there's a guy that I would think about.
Rumpelmans?
Selects from the Carolina Hurricanes, Jake Gensel.
Jake Gensel.
Why are these players?
Gensel picked up by the,
Don't ask
Carolina
They've been
questions.
drinking already for an hour and a half.
Svechnikov is another one. I mean,
Yeah.
How do you go Hurricane and not go Aho?
Right, Aho or Jarvis.
How do you go
They're
Dallas
not
Star and not go
thinking.
Jason Robertson?
Yeah.
We're going to end up with a good fucking team.
Yeah, I told
Based
you.
on what we're seeing here.
I told you.
Buffeters.
I'm not here to have fun.
Russ, this is what happens when you don't drink. You can fucking think clearly.
That's right, Bundy. That's right. Good stuff. Who's the?
First selection,
Here we go.
the above average buffeters are going to select Jack Eichel.
Jack Eichel.
Jack Eichel.
Vegas. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's not even the right
That's
pick
not
for
a-
that team.
Yeah.
No,
I would go. I would go
agree.
Marchessault.
I would go Marshall ahead of him.
Played very well this year.
Boy, they might have been here at 3. These crew here.
So.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, look, Vegas is an interesting draw. I mean, they're a wild card team, who's the defending Cup champs. So if they can beat Dallas in the first round, you're going to get a lot of points out of guys from Vegas. So it's a worthy gamble. I don't know if I make that gamble in the first round, the top of the first round like this, but it is a worthy gamble.
You seem pretty confident in Dallas, though.
They've been my team since day one.
Yeah.
David Pasternak of the Boston
I was just
Bruins
okay. Pasternak.
Pasternak, which I can't believe that took that long to
Yeah.
get him.
absolutely kills the Philadelphia Flyers every
Yeah, I cannot believe it took that long for Pasternak to get selected. That's a stunner.
Skateful dead.
So,
Where would they be?
what about Hyman?
Okay.
Yeah, considered him.
It's a good one. No one might take him. I like that.
Yeah, I mean that would be 2 Oilers, or our top 2 picks if we went that way. But guy scores a lot of goals.
Yeah.
All right, the Skateful Dead are proud to select from Florida, Sam
Oh,
Reinhart.
there he
There
goes.
goes
All right.
Reinhart. Yeah, we're not
Got together
surprised.
Three of them: Reinhart, Kachuk, and Vanderhey.
Or Verhage would be not Vanderhey.
What the hell did he just say?
He
Okay.
called him Vanderhey.
Oh my God.
Carter
David's
Verhage
been
was
with
just
us
called
since day
Vanderhey.
one.
Coatsy?
Yeah.
Quinn, of course, has already introduced himself, and he was here.
One night I heard him doing a
This
game,
team,
the radio a couple of years ago
Goat
when I
Rovers
wasn't in the
are
building.
back again.
I wasn't sure if he was doing it in
We're
English
just
or
glad
not.
to be alive to be here, right? Quinn.
I was in the car driving
go
going,
ahead, Goat
holy
Rovers.
fuck.
Yeah. This is
All
great.
right, the Goat Rovers
The Goat Ropers selected Sebastian Aho.
Sebastian Aho, another big-time scorer for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Dude, I would have picked Svechnikov ahead of him.
We move on
Yeah.
now.
Aho's good, but I'll tell you what, though. I will give our fans this one tonight. Just for pure value, looking at the lines, take the Islanders tonight.
I love the Islanders.
Love them.
Love the Islanders.
And that's a great value.
Yeah.
Even if
Plus-
you like
plus 200?
Plus 200 minus 250 or 240. Carolina is.
They don't lose at home in the playoffs, though.
That's
the
insane.
What
thing.
was your name the last time you were here? It wasn't that. I know it wasn't just. You don't remember? Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Oh.
We are going to select Carolina Hurricanes goaltending.
The goalies, the Carolina goalies went.
There's a lot of stuff that has not added up so far.
That certainly
I can't
did not.
believe that that's the first goaltending team off the board.
No.
So
That,
you're basically, in my thought process, real quick, saying that Carolina is going to go a long way.
I can't believe someone just took the Carolina goaltending. I mean, how do you take them ahead of Florida, ahead
Their
of
goalies really are.
Rangers.
Dallas, ahead of the Rangers, ahead of, I mean, I know there was a 7-6 game last night, but it's not goals against average.
You get bonus points if you get a shutout or
Right.
just give up one goal.
Right. So
But
how do you not go Hellebuck?
I was going to say, Hellebuck didn't look great, but he won, so that's
Yeah.
that's 2 points right there.
Right.
So with the 13th pick, we will pick Jay Miller from Vancouver.
That's JT Miller.
That'd be JT Miller.
JT Miller.
Oh, JT Miller. I was going to say J. Miller.
If we don't win this, that's embarrassing.
All right.
I'll resign.
You know what it's like? This is like when you.
I'll resign.
This is like when you do like the NCAA tournament pool, right? And you know more about the sport than anyone else, and then somebody who picks it by their favorite mascot wins the pool.
My
That's
mom
what
won our
happens.
pool this year.
Yeah, see, that's a perfect.
Yeah, they have
example.
no idea what they're doing, but that's what happens all the time.
She knew to pick UConn, though.
It's kind of like Russ winning our season thing.
Yes. Exactly. Glad you said
fucking
it.
clue at
I'm
all.
glad you said it because I felt it.
Remember when he won like 9 in a row and he just looked at us like he was an expert every night?
I know it was killing.
And then
me.
the Flyers lost one night and we're like, they fucking lost, Russ. He's like
We
9 in a
move on
row.
now to the LVL alumni.
Eric Berkey, that's a great
Oh,
comment.
it's Quinn Hughes just got picked. By the
Okay.
way.
Do these people even watch the NHL?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Quinn Hughes is a good pick.
Jay Miller.
Not sure I would have been the first defenseman because he's not on a team that I think's going to go far, but it's okay. Yeah, I mean that's exactly right. Mike Butts has a pretty good point too.
I didn't even think of that.
Did I really hear somebody take Carolina's
You did.
goaltending? What was the thought here?
There is none. There we go.
There goes
Austin
Austin.
Matthews
Okay.
just got selected.
Well, he'll have another good 4 games and probably
we,
amass 8 points.
Ant, is Nylander playing tonight?
He's out.
Are they just healthy scratching him?
It sure looks like it.
That's crazy.
They're not, but it sure looks like it.
I'm going to keep. What do we think about? Should we keep the board up here or just kind of pop it on periodically?
Yeah, I think pop it on periodically.
The Snider ladies.
Oh,
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really excited because no one picked our guy.
oh, they're excited.
So we're going to pick
Matt Rempe.
from the Colorado Avalanche, Cale McCarr.
Kale McCarr.
That's a good pick.
I'm fine with that.
Good pick.
Value.
I mean, it's good. Yeah, you're right. It is good value.
I don't know. If we're actually
For all we know, Colorado may end up winning that series.
Of course they will.
That's
course
tremendous
they will.
value if they do.
Yeah.
I don't. Someone just asked if I have inside info on Nylander. No, I don't. But he had 4 assists down the stretch in 11 games. I still don't know how you scratch a guy like that, but something's weird.
The Sport Jacket guys are.
He could have
really,
been- it
They're
could have-
really in a heated conversation.
It could have been one of those situations where he's hurt and was trying to play through it, and now they realize it's probably hampering him enough to pull him out of the lineup.
Right.
You want to put up a couple of bucks. Obviously, it's for charity. We're here for a reason. And you want to make a trade, or you want to talk to another team.
You got to pay
I
for
love.
it.
I love a trade.
Yeah.
Pick that you want to get another player and you want to trade.
We love a
All you
trade.
have to do is call timeout, and then you
Approach the bench. By the way, the buffet, they started laying certain things out. I don't know if it's fair game for us to go attack it yet, but it is after 6:30.
It's at 6:45.
Oh, 6:45.
Yeah.
We are the closest. We will be getting food. I am
We're
very
gonna have to
excited.
go in shifts.
Yes. That's all right. We'll go. We'll take turns. Patient.
me go back to
Or we send intern Andrew to go get plates for everybody.
his selection.
It's
There goes
Kucherov.
Kucherov.
Did you say Kucherov?
That's not bad value if you think they're going to come back.
I mean, end of the. I think that you have to look at teams like that and go second round at the earliest. I think
You cannot take a player
Straight shooters.
that are down 1-0 in a series right now.
and not in the first round.
No way.
Right. That's the thing. Not in the first round.
So
You cannot do it
So
regardless.
yeah,
next lightning off the board, I would imagine, is Point.
probably yeah. But this is the Steve Cummings makes a great point.
Barkov from the Florida Panthers.
Barkov.
Jason Robertson has yet to be picked.
That was what I was saying. The one guy picked Wyatt Johnson from Dallas. I don't, if you're like looking at the Stars roster, how is Robertson not your
Well, it's early.
first pick?
Yeah.
And last but not least,
So Barkov just went. So here we go with the last pick of the first round.
Coachy.
it says Toots.
I will be touched.
Okay? So it's tools then, okay?
Is this the?
He
is this
thought
the
it
guys
said
with the sports
Toots.
There are not 18 teams, so I drew the number 9.
He thought it said
So they're
Toots. It says
so this guy,
Tools.
this guy's giving it to Coatsy too because it's 19 teams and not 18.
We're ready for that.
There are 19.
Pick.
Okay.
The Tools choose from the Winnipeg Jets, Mark Scheifele.
There goes Scheifele.
Scheifele. It's a good pick.
Still at it.
Why is it a good pick? He's down a game. Oh, he's up.
No,
He's
they're
up a
winning.
game.
They're
They're up.
winning.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, that's why it's a good.
I keep getting that game was so fucked up yesterday. I forgot
Let's
who
go
won.
back to the tools.
HC and a
Snake.
Zibanejad still out there,
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not playing the Flyers.
So is Kreider.
and Kreider. Yeah.
Oh, are they going to take the full 2 minutes between
The clock is
19
when
and 20?
somebody finally pitches.
Oh, there they go. They got the clock.
There's
Look,
the
they
clock.
put a
Oh,
clock
I
up
love
on
the
screen.
clock.
I love that they put a clock up
We
on the
love
screen.
the clock.
Okay?
With the number 20 pick or the first pick of the second?
Oh, you're the first pick of the second round.
Just say it, please.
It's a snake. I just found
Put
that
us
out.
out of our misery.
The Tools are choosing the Florida goaltenders.
Okay.
See, that's a good pick.
Florida goaltenders. Okay.
That's
Well,
a
some,
good pick.
Some grumbles.
Isn't that interesting?
That's
that
a
you
good
have
pick.
two former Flyer
I do like the idea
goaltenders
of
playing
maybe
for
trying to
the
get a
Florida
Ranger
Panthers.
in round 2. Or
Rangers.
we're going to have back-to-back
Rossi and Alex
picks.
Lyon.
One of them, I think, should be a
Oh,
Ranger.
no, not Alex Lyon. I'm sorry. No. I just went south on it.
This is a great comment. Waiting for
Yeah,
someone to pick
Zolar.
Landeskog.
Anthony Zolar.
That's great. That's great. You know what? Up at this
All right.
at a draft like this, the way things are going, it could well be.
By the way, can we just thank all the sickos who are joining us right now because you have to be an all-time Snow the Goalie sicko listener. Like, I think there are people who genuinely feel like they've
Well, we're here.
wow.
Who just got picked?
We're here.
Bouchard?
Evan Bouchard.
I don't even know who that is.
I'm putting it on the
That's
on the
my way
board.
of saying I
It's
remember.
for Edmonton's defenseman. I mean,
Yeah. It's Evan Bouchard from
Wyatt.
Edmonton.
was a
That would
quiet
not
night.
have been my
There was
pick.
no re- and I appreciate that. That's fine.
This is making me think though that there are trades to be made.
There are no rules.
Russ, I said it while you were gone. If we don't win this, it's embarrassing. It's an indictment on us as a hockey podcast.
Don't
Let's
let
don't
Matt
win
get
against
in
these
the way here,
fools.
okay? How can you be the 22nd
I'm
pick,
so
the
hungry.
17th pick in the first round,
3 minutes
now
until the
you're the
buffet
third pick in the
opens.
next round?
That's all Russ cares about. Russ has zero interest in picking players.
We get
Yeah,
free
zero-
food and free drinks. I'm not drinking alcohol in honor of Bundy, but I will
You
eat.
guys can't.
But I will
don't
eat.
care about that.
Nope.
Pedersen.
Yeah, that's good.
I will tell you that at Ant's wedding that I have to officiate now, I will drink that night, not before the ceremony.
Not before the ceremony. You
Now
won't.
we move back on to Snider Lady.
Although it would be something.
Yeah.
Beagle brought up a question for us
What's going on?
on the wraparound. Go one Ranger, skater, and then get our goalie
I
on the
still want to go.
wraparound.
I still want to go Robertson if he's there.
For a good time.
Or that. I have even these people. They wouldn't let him.
From the New York Rangers, Adam Fox.
There goes Fox.
Fox
Okay.
just went.
Adam Fox, defensive, very much like Calvin
If
Carr.
if Robertson's there, fine. Do you want a Ranger then, or do
What
you want to
about
get the
What
goalie?
about Marshall Sil-
Or
Marshall
Or we
Sil-
could get
Yeah,
Sturgeon.
Yeah, but I think
I
Dallas.
think Dallas beats them.
I think Dallas wins that series. That's why I would go Robertson first.
Is there another series that is a little bit more?
Well, the Rangers are going to beat the Capitals.
Is there any quiet series we haven't talked about right now? Like we don't have. We have no. Like there's also like.
There goes Robertson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Time scorer with
Tem.
Robertson.
Well, they got Connor in Winnipeg.
4 champs and friends.
You guys want to stay away from the Kings, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Washington. Stay away from those two teams.
What about the
There's
Rangers?
Zach
Anybody
Hyman.
else?
Hyman.
Hey, Coach, I don't want to hear a fucking story about it.
So no, I think that our
Totally, man.
our
There's a guy.
What about our targets right now?
No idea why Toronto Maple Leafs got
I mean, look, we can go Ottinger as the first pick of the third round if he doesn't get picked.
Do you like that more
Well,
than
you have to remember,
Shesterkin?
though, it's not about being the.
Well, you know what I think about Dallas. I think they're winning the Stanley Cup.
Right, but I happen to think the Rangers are winning the Stanley Cup. So.
Let's move on.
Yeah,
I'm okay
I think Dallas would beat them.
I'm okay with either one, but I would go Ottinger first.
Okay.
There goes Verhaeghe.
What did he call him again?
Oh, he said from the Penguins. Oh my God.
Let me ask you a question.
We better not fucking lose this.
If you were getting ready for an examination,
What about Marchand
you would
or Charlie Coyle?
have to memorize.
Goyle, McAvoy.
McAvoy. I mean McAvoy.
Now, if you were going to cheat,
So
Do we go up there for the next pick? Do we fake being Canadian? Do we fake being French Canadian?
no.
Bonjour de.
Greg Mack does not think very highly of Jake Ottinger.
we don't have.
What was the Russian for Snow the Goalie? Sniet
So we'll just.
I think it was. Right?
Yeah, something like that.
Ivan
About
Fedotov.
Kreider.
Let me ask you a question. Is there any auditors at that table?
Let's see what
Because
Sarah-
You better start auditing him. You are.
What
Take a look.
about
Kreider and-
anybody else on Carolina jump out at you?
Well, I think Svechnikov is still there.
He's still there.
Svechnikov is there. That could be
So is Jarvis.
Call my name.
I like Jarvis has had a great year for them.
Brady Shea. Rantanen.
Rantanen just went.
good.
Let me hear the name.
Mikko Rantanen.
Oh, good player. Yeah.
The Miko.
All right, so I'm going to ask the fans because as of right now, if we're debating, and also don't forget, even though he's 48 years old, Pavelski's been really good for Dallas.
I think people are crashing the buffet.
But I would say if the debate right now between Kreider, Marchand, Kyle Connor,
Yeah, like any team that's down right now, 1-0 is an advantage.
Marchessault just went. There goes Marchessault.
Jonathan Marshall, big time scorer with the Las Vegas Knights.
Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah. Yeah. Jonathan Marshall.
Hey, what about Mark Stone?
We go on.
Oh no,
now.
because it's Vegas again. Yes.
Yeah.
Gateful
Yeah.
Dead.
Everybody's saying Marchand.
A lot of people saying Marchand.
Gateful Dead will be picking Chris Kreider.
There goes
Oh,
Kreider.
that's-
Okay.
that resolves
there goes
that.
that.
Rangers, big time
So
winger.
I would say Zibanejad probably the best available Ranger.
Well, yeah, probably.
Move on to blue line.
I don't think we're going to get to. We're not going to get to Zibanejad. He's not going to make it. 5 more picks.
If anyone is hungry, dinner is served.
There goes Russ. Russ is out. Russ is out. He's going to grab food
Look at
because they
that.
just announced the dinner's ready. There goes Trocheck.
He just called him Victor Trocheck.
The New York Rangers.
This is just, Victor
Former
Trocheck.
#1
I mean,
pick
who else
for
is here?
Panthers.
Victor Frankenstein?
He can't lose.
Greg, just so you know, Eichel has already been picked.
Buffeters.
I also like Philip Forsberg, but not second round.
Okay,
There
there
goes
goes Ottinger.
there goes
All right.
You know that. Jeff Reese is the former goaltending coach for the Philadelphia Flyers, and he's very, very good. Two good goalies there.
So we can go Shesterkin with
Jeff Reese.
Want to go double Ranger?
Marchand. No.
Oh, we're going to go Marchand over Zibanejad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about that one. I would go Zibanejad.
So I go 2 Rangers.
Well, who are we taking?
Well, we're
Shesterkin?
saying
We want Shesterkin
take
for
the-
goalie.
For the goalie.
But remember, we're going to have back-to-back picks.
You want to hear the real story of how that all happened?
All right, so we'll take if he doesn't get there, we take Shesterkin.
Bob, there was Laviolette played
Okay.
Bob,
I don't know about
Ray,
Marchand.
and Boucher in the same series against the Buffalo Sabres.
What about Kyle Connor then?
Yeah, I like that actually.
I would have to swallow my pride, but I'd be willing to do it.
Either select a
Is there anyone
goalie
else
or
out
go
there?
out
Trying to
with
think, anyone
the
else
best
on
goalie.
Dallas that you like?
Sagan?
A little bit of
No.
a blip, and we picked
Well,
up
I like
Gonzalo.
Rupe Hintz because he can score shorthanded as well.
So that's
Plays a lot of minutes.
what happened.
How many points did he have this year?
All right.
What did Hintz have? You can pull that one up?
Yeah.
Hello, Newman.
Hey, Coatsy. Hello Newman would proudly select with our round 2 pick from the Winnipeg Jets, Kyle Connor.
There goes Kyle Connor.
Hintz had 65 points, 30 goals, 35 assists. I'm fine with that. If you want,
Goes Shesterkin second round.
It's
Hintz.
Sam Reinhart went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. Kyle Connor was just selected, just so anybody knows.
You back there, Van?
I still think we go.
Decisive as usual.
Well,
Could we put the video on Russ's plate? Can we just show how much food he
It's
got?
not that much. I didn't take that.
What is that? The Last Supper?
I didn't take that much.
Jesus.
Get the whole plate. You
So
filled
okay.
up.
So Hintz was 30 and 35. Zibanejad 26 and 46.
Their goalie.
They went with Demko.
That Jarvis is still there, too.
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. I'm inclined to go Rangers goaltending and Rupe Hintz.
All right,
All
let's
right,
do that.
let's
then.
do that.
That's what I'm inclined to do.
Academy.
Assuming they're both there. I mean, there's still 5 picks before us, right? Or 4 picks before us.
Is there that many?
No, 3.
Joe Pavelski.
Good.
Joe Pavelski.
Joe Pavelski.
At least you said it right.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Pavelski.
There's a guy that doesn't get any younger.
There's a guy.
He just old and keeps on ticking.
Oh,
I think most playoff goals since 2005.
Yeah.
Pavelski.
Joe Pavelski from the Dallas Stars.
And we also get bonus points because the Rangers only gave up 1 goal last game. The first
Right,
game,
yes.
right? So that's bonus points, right?
Yes.
What's the name of your team again?
Not John Morgan.
Jan Morgan.
So there's 3 more picks before us.
Well, it doesn't read like that here, right?
And I'm not sure. Would you? Well, I'm not sure I would go with a goalie. If
We
I'm not-
I'm-
Boston's goalies?
yeah.
All right, John
Wait a minute.
Morgan,
Did I hear
There
correctly
goes
that
Zibanejad.
Zibanejad just went.
For the New York Rangers. I'm very impressed.
doesn't matter? We're right now. We got
There's
one more.
another Flyers killer, Zibanejad.
Good. That's fine. So who we got? We got Hintz and
All right, let's
Shesterkin?
move on
That's
now
the
to
plan.
Callahan
I don't know
Such.
if we're gonna be able to get.
There's 2 more picks before us.
No.
I didn't realize Forsberg had that good a season too.
Yeah, he was
One best
fantastic.
dress pickup
He almost had
for
50
Ryan
goals.
O'Reilly.
Jeez.
How come you don't have your names on the back? That would have been more impressive.
Our opponent's going to look at
Did I just hear Lindy Ruff got hired by Buffalo?
Are
Again?
you kidding? Again? I
To
didn't.
coach?
That can't be real. Can someone confirm that?
Russ would look it up if he wasn't stuffing his face.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
eat today.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
Talk about an organization that has no idea what the hell it's doing.
They
if
have
that's
no
the
clue.
case.
The Sabres tweeted it an hour ago. It's official. He's the head coach.
Oh
That is-
my God.
Dude, that is unbelievable.
They're using a very scientific way.
That's
rolling dice.
remarkable that they
Devil you know or the devil you don't.
or the devil coach that got fired.
that right there.
That tells me though that Chief is probably. I bet he ends up in New Jersey.
Hurricanes, Martin Necas.
Oh, Martin Nikas.
Well, we got one more.
We're on the home stretch now.
One more.
So, Ant, you can go pick.
No, he's a good player.
These guys, this second group here, I don't think the Alfredo group. They picked McKinnon,
Yeah.
so they didn't consider the fact he's down a game.
So who would be who's our third
Fishtown,
choice
Alfredo.
if one of those guys
if
goes
one of
off,
ours goes?
so it's
Marchand?
Alfredo would like to select the rat himself, Brad Marchand.
Oh, there you
Perfect.
go. All right, we got him. We got our guys. Go ahead, Ant.
Go ahead.
I got you guys.
Have him on our team.
Boston Bruins.
So you can take either order, doesn't matter. Shesterkin and Hintz.
Do you want me to turn the mics down again?
Yeah,
Nah.
that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We're talking about a player. I'm not talking about whether it was a Boston Bruin or not. And now, SanFilippo representing Snow The Goalie.
Oh, you got it right, Coatsy. Thanks.
Well, you know, I like things that rhyme.
All right, well, we got 2
Like
picks
Steve
to run,
Coates.
right? So with the second round.
Oh, you're going to do something different and do it all of a sudden and like together? Are you prepared?
We're prepared, yes.
Okay.
We have nothing else to do while we're sitting over there.
Okay.
With the second pick, we'll take the Rangers goalies.
Okay.
That'll be our second.
Okay.
No brainer.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And to start the
Nice to
third
see a
round.
family member show.
And to start the third round, we're going to take from the Dallas Stars, Rupe Hintz.
You.
Thank you, Anthony SanFilippo.
Nicely done.
Snow The Goalie.
Thank you, Steve. He's holding up well.
So there we go.
How's the food, Russ? Barbecue? Good barbecue?
By the way, we got a break.
We're going to take a break.
No
after
buns,
this.
though.
We're into the third round. After the second round, I guess the food's being served now, but usually we eat dinner after the fourth round. And
You can't get anything
our
out.
alcohol, and we come back for the final 4 rounds. Okay, so but obviously, if you want to eat,
Russ has already started.
So we're going to move on to fettuccine
So
Alfredo.
I'm stunned that Buffalo hired Lindy Ruff as their coach.
You and me.
Stunned.
You and me both.
Kevin Adams been the GM there how long?
Who was just taken?
Heiskanen was the guy that
Oh,
the Flyers
Heiskanen.
wanted.
Yes. In the
Oh, heck, he went off the board.
Wait,
Hex
Kevin
went
Adams
off.
that played for the Hurricanes?
Nolan Patrick.
That Kevin Adams?
Yeah.
Kevin Adams? I didn't know that.
so
I can say that. I told Hex.
Coatsy just
All right, let's move on.
did Coatsy just confirm our
We're
report
going
from
to
years ago?
Callahan, South Street.
Just checking. Thanks, Spiral Out. Appreciate that.
Listen, no matter what, in
We'll
the
s-
end, Snow the Goalie comes out on top.
We'll send Russ up for the next pick, and then in turn Andrew can do the late rounds. It's like a real draft. Like you send the real dignitary for the first round pick, like we send Bundy, right? And then the guy that's doing one of the guys doing a lot of the work, but is more of a front facing person goes second, and then you right third, and then the grunt doing all the work at the end, like behind the scenes doing all the work, gets to do all the crap at the end when nobody's paying attention.
Yeah, that's fine. They just took Forsling.
Gustav Forsland, who I think is a decent pick, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
John Morgan.
Well, the good thing for us is that every round from now on, we're back to back, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh,
So, how long until somebody tries to draft somebody that's already been drafted? I'm stunned it
You
hasn't
know
happened
that's
yet.
going to happen, right?
Okay.
The Tampa goalies.
Steve Cummings. I'm with Braden Point still on the board.
The goalie. Vasilevsky.
I don't think it's a bad pick. I really think that Tampa has a chance. to come
They
back.
do have a chance.
I think the Lightning are
but-
going to win that
No.
series.
But Florida's the better team.
No.
It's so
Florida-
funny that you say
Florida
this,
wins.
Russ, because you are Mr. Florida Panthers
No.
and the way
Florida
that they were
wins that
constructed.
series.
Well,
River Rock.
Bill
Academy.
Zito. I mean, in fairness, I'm gonna bring my camera back on now that I'm done eating. I would point out the fact simply that way back when I told you that it was offensive that the prior regime allegedly only gave a courtesy interview over, I believe, Zoom to Bill Zito, which I thought at the time was absurd. And now you look back on it and yes, Florida had assets that they could trade, and Florida had assets that they could move.
Yeah.
That maybe helped to jumpstart. But at this point, I don't think anybody can question whether or not Bill Zito is a very good front office executive. And would the Flyers have been in better position with him than a Fletcher Mort? I think so.
Brandon Montour from the Florida Panthers.
Brandon Montour.
Defenseman for the Florida Panthers.
That's an interesting selection.
HC, yes. Adam Fox has been taken.
We can actually scroll the board.
Yeah.
I could do this. Hold on.
Well, yeah.
Round 3, Hello Newman proudly selects Boston goaltenders.
Allmark and Swayman. Pretty
That's going to be
good
really
tandem.
small for people to see, though, isn't it?
Actually,
Yeah, it is.
unbelievable. Their goals against, their save percentage. One's
All right.
950,
I will take the time now to grab my food
very
Yep.
close. I don't know if they've announced it.
because I think at the break we're going to have somebody come on with us. So I will step away for a moment while you guys carry the show
Please
since
do.
Russ is done eating.
Turn your camera off, though, so we don't have a blank space.
Okay.
I got a
Above average Buffalo.
No.
We're picking Evgeny Kuznetsov from Carolina.
Okay.
Is Svechnikov still on
Okay,
the board, right?
former Washington Capital. Kind of a
think you're right.
sneaky pick.
What did
And
you
we go
break?
on now to blue line.
Kings goaltending.
Wait, what?
Have fun.
Los Angeles Kings goalies.
See, now this proves that Matt Beagle's right. Matt Beagle's 100%,
I got it.
100% right. Matt Beagle, oh my God. There we go. Matt Beagle says goalie was a great pick because people are going to panic and buy on goalies now. And there it is.
Yeah, that was a crazy move. Let's go LA there.
It's only the second round. Third round.
That's a terrific pick.
Okay.
Like a terrific pick if you don't
Let's
want to
move
win.
on.
Who was it?
They took the Kings, goaltender.
goalies.
Skateful dead.
Skateful Dead. That's a
The
good
guy
name.
thinks Jonathan Quick's in 2012 again.
Ooh, I'm blinded by the light.
Bundy, what'd you think of Taylor Swift's new album?
I didn't even know she had a new album.
That good, huh?
The Tortured Poets. Now, you know intern Andrew already has listened to it. He's already writing a diss track. He is a rap fan.
Not really.
So,
All right, the Skateful Dead are proud to select Boston Jake DeBrusk.
Yeah. Okay.
DeBrusk.
That's a good pick.
I think Coyle and McAvoy are both still there though.
They are.
That's interesting.
People will pick them now because someone just took them. Like, oh, what Boston?
I don't think it's going to happen. But if somehow, I know you don't think the Lightning are going to win. If somehow Braden Point makes it back to us, I think
100% you have
we're
to go after
stupid not to.
if Point is still there,
Okay.
I agree.
Really good
I would even be willing to maybe, I would say around 7 or 8, maybe take a stab at
Like
Stamkos.
two. See, that's what I'm looking for, okay? You should have come right
Or,
back from that.
what's his name? Brandon
Didn't,
Hagel.
But I would have kicked his ass. Okay. Now I lost my... Oh, we're back to the Goat Ropers.
Oh, and Forsberg's still around.
The Goat Ropers proudly select Seth Jarvis.
Okay.
Seth Jarvis off the board.
Jarvis. Oh, there's a little competition going over there.
Is Matthew Tkachuk still available? No, definitely not.
All right, here we go.
Bundy, do you want to go get food?
I'm going to wait for Anthony to go, and I'll go after.
Intern Andrew and I can just hold it down. What do we want to talk about?
So,
I
don't know.
What do you want to talk about?
Duchesne off the board.
No, I do that. I'm trying to comprehend it right now.
Coatsy is just
The
shitting on
Sixers
something.
played tonight,
Around
right?
a little bit, but he's a good player for them. but-
Sixers played it. Sixers win tonight. Game 2 against the Knicks.
I think they will also.
They're not going to get out rebounded.
No chance.
They're not getting out rebounded by
No
22.
chance.
No chance they win?
No.
Oh,
I
Poor
don't
take.
care.
poor take.
I don't.
Maple Leaf goalies.
The Knicks sucked the other day, and they still won.
The Knicks also had McBride go off for 20-plus points, which will not happen again.
Hold on a second.
The
Josh
Knicks
Hart.
also had Josh Hart go, was it 6 for 8 from downtown? That won't happen again.
Is that true? Is Maxey questionable?
If Maxey's out, then buenas noches. Then never mind. I take it back.
Take Toronto Maple Leafs goalies?
People are saying that in the chat. I didn't.
Maxey playing and Embiid.
Take Toronto Maple Leafs
Embiid, listen, Embiid is like 60% Embiid, which is a problem. But Mitchell Robinson also had a massive game the other night.
Well, what's
Okay.
Embiid done in a playoff series before that makes him this elevated GOAT?
It's not
Well,
his
MVP.
playoff. It's never been his playoff
Let's
performance.
talk about
It's-
that. It's what playoffs. Look at
Well, it's
last
never
year against Boston.
every playoff series he's hurt. And you know he misses at least one game with gastroenteritis every time.
John Clark just tweeted a minute ago. Maxey will play tonight.
Oh, there you go, Johnny Airport. I'm telling you, man, I love when John Clark comes in. That's they're man.
Thank you very much for providing me a little fodder. The Toronto Maple Leafs goalies. Holy shit. Who took the
And
LA
Marner.
goalies?
Marner's still available as well.
Who took the LA goalies? You look brilliant now. Toronto Maple Leafs. Holy shit.
We made a great pick getting the Rangers.
Coatsy's
in the
having
game.
himself a night. Did you hear in the beginning of the draft they gave Coatsy a cup, a cup full of clear liquid, and he goes, "What's this?"
All right.
And they said water. He goes, "I don't drink water."
More champs and friends.
Really?
I guess he thought it was vodka. Brock
That's
Besser,
good.
not
That's good.
not Brock Lesnar.
Seeing that a lot better? Yeah, you're sitting there going,
Ladies and gentlemen, my name.
Brock Besser.
Those are not predictions.
From the Vancouver Canucks.
Those are spoilers.
That's right.
To LVL alumni.
Did the guy for
Good, man.
Nashville go yet?
Forsberg's still out there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
No.
Forsberg is also on the cover of NHL 98, which I sent you that image. Yossi off the board.
Roman Yossi.
These are some mind-roasting selections.
So hear me out.
Luke Shen on the wraparound. Why not?
Do we intentionally tank a pick to make this competitive?
No. I want to squash these people.
Squash them like a bug.
Yes.
Just think, Bundy could have been here by himself picking a team, and instead he said, you know what, boys, let's go down and do a show.
Why not, right? We
The
got
true
to
MVP.
kill a couple, two birds there. You know, get the show in, talk a little hockey while we're doing it.
All right, who did they take?
Brady Shea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you like his name or something?
I didn't pick him.
You're just
I'm
a
just the
spokes
MC.
lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at
Brady
16,
Shea.
17.
Yeah, I wish
We got
you
a
all the
while.
best of luck with him.
We got a while till we're back
Well,
on the
I think
clock.
they're going to do an intermission once they get to the end of this
Are
round.
they? All right, then we're going to have to figure out. Are we getting a guest during intermission? Is that what's happening here, Anthony?
With our pick, we're going to go Charlie McAvoy.
McAvoy
Charlie
gone.
McAvoy, defenseman. Big-time offensive player for the Boston Bruins.
That's a good choice there. Good
Bruin
value.
Players. Straight shooters. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
RNH.
Everybody's ganging up on
All right,
all
let's
the
go back
fine
into the
offensive
Saravalli
players.
thing because I think it's interesting. And like, Ant said we'll do another episode later this week. I'm not so sure, but maybe we will.
Tell you what, I'm so happy. There's a gentleman that was their assistant coach here for years named Chris Nodlock. And he was a coach of Erie when they won the Memorial Cup, and he had a player named Connor.
So Bundy.
So if you
Saravalli
look at what happened
saying that he
this
talked to players in the locker room, and then he didn't name these players as being the ones that he talked to, but later on he said guys like a Sanheim, a Farabee, a Frost, especially. There were two others, I don't remember which ones.
Okay, we're back to
But
tools.
he brought those guys up specifically as what are those guys thinking right now, and the common thread, I believe, Coots was also one of them. The common thread was guys who were benched or embarrassed. Now, he didn't say that, but that's very clearly the common thread. If you're one of those players, if you're one of the guys in the locker room that does have equity with the organization, if you're a Sean Couturier, if you're a Travis Konechny, a Scott Lawton, do you have any ability to voice to anyone else in the organization that the locker room is not behind a coach, if that were the case? Like, if Coots, Konechny, and Lawton were all in agreement as the leadership trio that we don't support this guy coming back, could they try to affect a change, or is it an exercise in futility?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I'll be honest with you. If there's not a breath coming out of management that there's going to be a subtle change or a change at all, especially with what I know is out there with coaches. Like if you say a Craig Berube, right? Like, I mean, I know his relationship with Danny and Chief. They were pretty adamant. I mean, Dan Hilford, he came on our show with 3 games left, said John Tortorella will be the coach. Everybody's coming back. So that decision was already in. And when you make decisions like that, you're not really thinking about what the players' input is. Maybe they're thinking to themselves, these guys doesn't matter what we say. We inherited it. The team needs to get better. So if the players don't like the coach, too fucking bad. That'll only last so long, though, before your players age and before it becomes repetitive. He'll be back, by all accounts. I mean, I've seen stuff happen. Like I said, I've seen a coach get fired for saying his team was in a choking situation. A lot of things have happened, but it is a matter. I haven't spoken to guys in that locker room. I don't need to. You can just read the tea leaves and read other comments from guys around the league. Nothing's going to change with John Tortorella. I mean, we could have Briere on here right now and Jones, and unless they were flat out lying to us, they'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there just becomes too much bullshit going on, like with all this fucking stuff. And I'll be honest with you, at the end of the day, it's just hockey. And there's 2 or 3 people that make the decision of who the coach is. Sometimes if there's a coach that goes overboard, you'll have a pile on, like you did maybe beginning of the year with Babcock and that stupidity in Columbus. But we had Billy here before, and players had a little minor revolt with the media at the end of the year. It's going back like 2000. I said a couple things, but I love Billy. Like, Billy was a great guy, and he still is. But we didn't have a good scheme in the playoffs that year. Like, we just didn't. And so someone asked me, I said, I don't think we were really given like a proper scheme to go out and perform accordingly. So that was one of them. But I don't ever believe like any player should have an agenda to get rid of a coach. That's not the way I was raised. That's not the way I believe in things. But I also understand that there's probably some guys that are absolutely over their head with them. I know that.
So given how this season ended with them choking at the end and then not making the playoffs, if they start next year 4-12 or something like that.
Yeah, like the Lavi situation where the start is rough.
Or I was even like Tortorella in Columbus. Remember that one year with the Jackets, they started like 0-10? Something crazy like that.
It was a bad start.
Yeah, I mean, again, and like, we've said things this year, and I mean it. You could roll this same team out again here next year. It could be 12th in the conference, 13th in the conference, again, or even lower than it was. They could have less points next year. People are going to be a little bit more.
They probably will.
Well, I mean, there's a sentiment of that, But I'm not one of these guys now that likes to push the envelope on like talking about coaches' decisions. I don't have any say in it, so they can go ahead and fucking do what they want. If I were running the show, I would probably have my own sentiment about things. So, but I don't, and that's why I'm here tonight picking playoff picks.
Well, I actually want to get Ant back on here now that he's done eating that cornbread muffin, because there was a torts line in the press conference that I found slightly alarming and actually would be cause for concern. Now, in full transparency here, I don't think that he was taking it to a place that I think is totally absurd, but he did note that there's a need to add talent. And, Danny, in his press conference, did the whole, well, we were close to the playoffs this year, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to make the playoffs next year. Like, there are a lot of things that can happen. But during torts, he said, we need to add talent. Now, you can take that one of two ways. That's either he's saying, hey, very clearly, we don't have what it takes to get into the playoffs and make a serious run. But there is the cynical part of me that says, this guy does not like to lose. This guy will push every button to try to make the playoffs.
They won't do it.
Will he push to try to get them to make a few moves to make them more of a playoff push?
No, what they'll do is they may make a hockey trade where they trade talent for talent.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a situation where it's a player who didn't live up to expectations being traded for another player who maybe didn't live up to expectations with their team and kind of swap those kind of guys out. Yeah. Or, maybe if a team's willing to take a contract off your hands, kind of thing, or vice versa. Like they'll make trades like that to try and improve the team, and I think that they'll add players on the on a lower price tag to try and help the team win. But they're not going to add top end talent or try.
I'm not saying top end.
They're not going to try and add. They're not going to try and add players that are going to be considered talent.
Here's my only issue with the way. And again, listen, this to me at the end of the year became a return to culture. I know some people who gives it meant a lot to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. It did. That's the basis of this franchise. He hasn't won a cup since the 70s, but people give a shit about what goes on with the Flyers and what goes on in the building. And so I think that has to be taken into account. That was a masterful job this year by Dan and Jonesy, Hilferty.
Yeah.
They did a really good job. And that was pretty easy to do because the fans were sitting there waiting just for another breath of fresh air. So that being said, this should be done in layers. But here's the hard part, guys, and I've said it before. If you look at teams that win the Cup generally, they have picked 1, 2, or 3 in the NHL draft.
Yeah.
And part of their core, that group comes from one of those 3 draft picks. So, again, we can sit here spitballing and talking about talent. Every team needs fucking talent in this league. Every single team. And the Flyers are looking for it, but I got news for you. Even though they want it, they're not the only team seeking it. Everyone else is too. So for Danny going out looking at that one guy that he really wants, there's 9 other teams trying to do it too.
Yeah.
Going into the thing, my point will remain the same. Torts did a good job this year. We talked about that. My biggest concern is free agency.
Yeah.
Will a free agent that's bona fide want to come here and play for him? Because I would tell you.
Yeah, but they're not going to look to do that this year.
Well, but I'm telling you.
Maybe down the road.
Well, why not? But if there's a guy there, I don't know if there's a guy or a trade happens. So that becomes the issue. Maybe that's not it. He's owed $8 million, 4-4. But that would be my biggest concern with him as the coach, and I would have to absolutely assume Jonesy knows it. Is that a free agent deterrent? And I can certainly tell you that it quite possibly may be.
You know, our viewers, listeners are sharp as a tack. East Coast Taffy says, "Who's the new guy?"
It's not intern Andrew anymore.
It's not intern Andrew anymore, right?
So we'll pause the free agent talk. We have a special guest here.
We do. We have Snider board member and presenting sponsor for tonight's event, Steve Capaferri. Steve, thanks for joining the program.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
I know that you said that you are a fan of the program.
Absolutely. And I didn't realize my face was this fat either until I sat in this chair.
Don't worry about it.
You're being shot from below.
No, you know
you're being shot from below.
That's
Steve.
exactly right.
Yeah, that's what it is. Talk a little bit about, first of all, this event and what it means, for Snider hockey to be able to put something like this together and to get such a great turnout like you guys have.
Well, I got to say, Snider hockey, their events are second to none, and they do a lot of these events, and they engage a lot of different people from different communities and bring people together, and it's a lot of fun, and at the same time, we're just helping a great cause.
You guys have had just an unbelievable couple weeks, right? Wayne Simmons comes in. You have the game afterwards last Saturday, and then you got a night like tonight.
Absolutely. And Scott just does a great job with that.
Yeah.
So, last week we got lucky. Stefan Matteau, I have a friendship with him, and he just happened to be at the Masters with Pierre Turgeon, and they made their way up to play in that event. It was on the 13th, and then Simmer was in, I think, shortly after that. So.
And I heard Turgeon can still play a little bit, huh?
A little bit. Man.
I played with Turge for that little cup of coffee I had in Dallas. Just an unbelievably great guy.
Yeah.
Well, man, is he one hell of a hockey player. I kept saying to myself, when's this guy going in the Hall of Fame? He finally did, and rightly so.
Yeah, he could go.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So what team are you involved with here tonight?
We are Team River Rock.
Okay, so who have you selected?
Well, actually, we're Team Skateful Dead. And,
okay.
And I want to be completely transparent. I haven't looked at who we picked. I sat there and ate. And
all right.
So
you guys got Reinhardt?
Who's your brainchild or your brain trust over there?
His name is Brett Cole, and then we have Greg Sealgrath from the Premium Service Department at the Wells Fargo.
Okay, all right.
He's a good dude. Yep.
So Reinhardt, Kreider, and DeBrusk.
That's a good draft so far.
That's a very good draft so far.
I mean,
there are some bad drafts right now.
There's
some very questionable boards.
Well, power forward draft there.
We talked about all those players sitting here. Obviously, we had the number one pick, so we had to take McDavid. But, I mean, all of those guys, we were talking about Reinhardt if we were a little bit lower down and the like. So, good pick so far. Good draft so far.
Did you field any calls, any trade calls for?
Not yet, but they might be over there chatting right now.
Yeah.
They might be chatting. But with McDavid, I don't know. I mean, have they really gone that far in the playoffs? And, I mean, I think that's the –
it's a big concern, but they got a good draw this year.
You'd have taken him first too, pal.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Without question.
Absolutely,
that's
great. So what's coming up next for Snider hockey? You guys got a bunch of stuff.
Well, we have
a
Snider Cup coming up. It's a 4-leg golf event, which is great, and we get a lot of support from the community and then from the alumni as well that come in for that. And the cool thing that I like about the Snider Cup is they have a lot of Snider hockey students as well as alumni. So everybody really gets to talk to our students and hear their stories, and it's unbelievable.
And where can people get this information?
It's sold out for this year.
Wow!
But
that's
if you
great
look
stuff.
If you look on the Snider website for for future events, but I think that they might. I don't know if they sell tickets or invite anybody to the other stuff associated with the golf outing, but I know the golf's actually full.
Wow,
so,
that's
great
fantastic.
stuff.
So it used to be it was a one-day event that was hosted, and then they switched this. Bill Whitmore, big golfer, and we switched over to the 4-part, and it's fun. Bundy, you golfed before in that, didn't you?
I have,
years ago?
Yeah. A few times I probably have played in it, I would say.
And the reason he doesn't do it anymore is because it takes too long for him, man. I mean, he's
I can see
he's
that.
shooting what, like 102, 103? Is that what your round is?
Well, let's not be that bad, it's a little off from what.
Yeah.
Let's get Ant on the golf
you know
course.
what?
Yeah. Let's
I'll
see
be
you,
honest
hot
with you.
shot.
102, 103 are the number of balls I would lose into the
that's
woods.
exactly
When
right.
is the golf event?
The first one, I believe, is the May 20th. Maybe it's a Monday.
Okay.
So that's the first one. And Bundy, when you played in this event here before the draft, did your team win? Did you ever have
They
a winning?
did not.
You did-
I
you
was
didn't?
at 2 of them before, and my team did
Okay.
not win.
All right.
Me and
But this is the
me
year.
and Briere showed up.
Okay.
We got McDavid, so we're expecting.
Okay.
to
All right.
win.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah, I've done them. I've done
I
a
got
couple
it.
myself, and I've never won.
Okay.
So,
All right.
But with our powers combined.
our intern is sitting there saying, if we lose this thing, it's an embarrassment.
You guys take it a little too serious.
That's great.
Well, Steve, thank you once again for
we
stopping on
love
the show.
supporting you guys,
Yeah.
man. You do some
Thank you.
amazing stuff and continued success.
Appreciate it,
Anything we do
and
to
I
help you.
appreciate everything you guys do. I love the candidness, always listening, and the candidness. And Bundy, I love your story, buddy.
Thank you.
I just love it. So
Appreciate
thank you guys
it.
for all you
Appreciate
do.
you.
Thank you for what
very
you do.
much.
Absolutely.
Thank
Take
you
care
much.
now.
Come on.
We'll see you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
Steve Capaferri, presenting sponsor and
brother.
Snider Hockey
Great
Board
stuff.
member, joining us here on Snow the Goalie at the event here of the fantasy draft. So
I'm
that's
gonna
awesome.
turn my mug off. I'm going to go eat now.
Oh, you
grab
gonna
your
go
food.
eat? Go eat.
grab your food.
Go eat, fella.
We got you covered.
Intern Andrew's out going for a little walk ski.
Yeah.
So here we'll take Bundy. We don't need to. You want to do a Bundy crotch shot here before we head out, or no? No, all right,
No, we're
there
getting out of there. Yeah. We're back.
There we go. Sorry about
Russ-
that.
Russ
there we go.
knocked the-
I did the wrong thing.
Russ knocked the audio
I
out.
did the wrong thing. We said it's like old times, and I said, hello, welcome into Snow the Goalie. I am Russell Joy, joined by longtime Philadelphia Flyers beat reporter Anthony SanFilippo.
And for those people who have been with us since day one, they might remember that introduction.
It's been 6 years that we've done this show. By the way, I will tell people, I think we did the first 25 episodes or something are on YouTube. And then it picked up around like episode 203. And so I'm going to start going back and adding more old episodes. But I do want to warn people because the last time I did it, people started commenting on the old episodes thinking that it was like something new. And I'm like, I used the old logo. I put in the description like what the air date was. But people were like, wait, Wayne Simmons is back on the Flyers? I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, you can only lead some people to water, Russell. You can't make them drink it.
I think that's probably correct.
Yeah, you can only do so much, right?
Yeah.
So, what are we doing here? Is he doing? Are we starting back up again, or is Coatsy just talking? I think he's just talking. Okay.
Yeah.
Because everybody's eating their food.
I'm gonna probably go back up for a second plate at some point.
Did you eat the brisket? I didn't. The
brisket was very good.
They were out of brisket when I went up.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Not out. They were just temporarily.
Oh, yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, so I might go back for a little slice of brisket.
It's got kind of a tomatoey base.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, I had the pulled pork.
The pulled pork was good. You know what they're missing, though? They're missing buns.
Oh, yeah, could be. Oh, they might. What did they mic up? This is a mic'd up Joe Watson coaching somebody playing hockey.
Was this from the Snider game
Yes.
from last week?
Yes, it was. Joe Watson. He's a gem.
Absolute
He's
gem.
an absolute gem.
Greg from Vineland checks in over on YouTube and says, remember, half of us are idiots.
What about the other half?
Well, the other half are obviously very smart. And then again, we're the ones who came back on the show without audio, so I don't know.
Yeah. It's all right.
Who are the idiots?
It's all good.
You know, you and I, when we first started this show 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know why that got it. We had a very different tone and tenor and cadence to the show. Some would argue it was a more informative show back in the day, a different kind of take on it, a little bit more of the buttoned-up media perspective. And who would have thought that 6 years later we would be Well, we'd be in the thick of it, in the hilarity, with both Bundy bombing every episode, intern Andrew bringing the trivia and his own hilarity,
And
signing
poetry.
autographs.
Yes.
And it's fun. The ride is a very interesting one to go back and take a look at. And I actually did find, because there's a company that we used to do our recordings with, the account apparently never got canceled, and they were asking for payment. And I said, we don't use that account. We haven't used it in like 2 years. So I'm going to pass it on to the company, to the Crossing Broad parent company, if they want to handle it, but I don't.
Yes.
But I went back and I was watching a little bit of some of the old episodes from like 2021, 2022, and it's just funny to think about like how different things are even now versus where they were a few years ago. But we've been very lucky that we've had the support that we've had, and I'm excited because tomorrow we have our chat. We're calling it the debrief with the team about what went well this season, what we want to strive to do better next year. And I have a feeling, I'm not positive, I have a feeling that we're going to have a very good conversation, productive one, and one that's probably going to benefit the fine people who support, as HC says, the Silly Little Podcast.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be a good meeting tomorrow. I'm actually really looking forward to it. We'll be down there over at Wells Fargo and have a chance to chat with the powers that be and talk about next season and what we want to do. So we're excited. Yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to doing this again. The first year was a bit of a trial run, and there was a lot more positives than negatives, I would say. Significantly so. So we were excited to be back for a second year with the Flyers, and we'll be back up on the. Well, I'm assuming we'll be on the balcony. Maybe we'll be somewhere else.
So
Could be somewhere else.
I will
Who knows?
say that there's one thing that I want, and I'm going to update the board here because we're not going to talk about every pick right now as we're doing this. But
well, we have to pay attention to it at least.
We do. Like we'll monitor it. Intern Andrew's back; he can monitor as well. But there's something that I wanted to do at the Press Row show that we weren't able to do at the start of the year, and that we thought was maybe going to be a little bit too hard to do, but I want to revisit it for next year because I do think that we proved that it can be done.
I can't see a damn thing because of the lights.
I think location is important, but I think that there's a way to make it a more user-friendly and maybe even a little bit more fan-friendly show to start at least.
Okay.
So I want to see what the feedback is there, but we can't forget. We kind of we blazed the trail a little bit up in the balcony, if you remember. And it's funny because intern Andrew put together a best of episode of all the Press Row show from this year, and I'm going to put that on the YouTube channel at some point here in the next week. But when you go back and you watch the first few episodes of the Press Row show from this year, when we had that like outdoor camera thing that they gave us.
Yeah.
You watch that, and the wall. Remember the wall in the Snow the Goalie sports book and how that always used to drive me nuts?
Part of the answer.
Well, what was it, 20 games left in the season or so? 30 in the season? Our friends Brian Smith and Jason Martitas, they saw the Snow the Goalie success up in the balcony. They wanted the Snow the Goalie rub. And they went up to the Snow the Goalie sportsbook, and they commandeered that area after we moved next to Michael the Organist.
That was January, because it's included in the best of, actually. That was the night that the power went out against the Lightning, and Russ said he blamed the Mercedes and Brian because he thinks they like unplug something up here.
Yep. That's right. That was their first night.
And then the Flyers tweeted the hype video 2 hours before with the caption, "Bring the electricity."
That's right.
Yep, that's right. That's totally right.
That's pretty funny, actually. That is right. I do want to answer a serious question that was asked because I think that it's worth answering. Jay Toxic asks, serious question, do you think Torts will relent and start answering your questions? I do. I do think that was a one half season thing by him. I think it will be. Look, one can never guess what's going to happen with that guy. I mean, he may then change and blame somebody else for something. Or
I had my money on him going after Charlie O'Connor first.
I had it on Carchidi.
I didn't count Carchidi because he wasn't down there full time.
Well, I think when we originally last year.
I think when Crossing Broad ran the thing, it was that Charlie was in the lead and maybe Sam was in there as an honorable mention. and that Marcus Hayes, I think, was on there. Sealski was on there.
Yeah.
That's all you wanted was another
I think
jersey.
Jordan Hall was like middle of the pack.
I was on there, but I was like longest odds. So
I think I was the second highest odds.
you
or
might have
something.
been the second highest.
But
odds.
I didn't go down.
Yes.
So.
Oh, that's that Couturier jersey who's never been worn.
So, but we'll
Listen,
see. We'll see what happens.
Here's the thing. He can do what he wants, right? If the team really thought it was a hindrance, they would have had a chitty chat with him and they would have done something. They did not.
I don't think
the
team thought it was a problem.
Well, the team told us to essentially laugh it off.
Yes.
And that the way that Bundy and I were addressing a post-game by mocking it and making a joke of it was the way to go.
Yes.
Bundy called him Lord Farquaad at one point.
Well, he's called towards Lord Farquaad. He
Dark
called
Helmet.
him Dark Helmet. There have been some other names that haven't made it to the show, but he
I'll start at $100.
They're bidding. They're bidding off a Couturier jersey. Does it have a C on it? Is what I want to know.
that is shit. We should bid on it.
Bid.
We should bid on it and then give it away to a listener. Oh no, we're not 400.
Say, you hear the asking
Absolutely
prices?
not.
350, looking for 4. I got 350, looking for 4.
Whoa, four's over here. Four's over here, Coatsy. Jesus.
$400. Thank
I
you
know.
very much.
His-
400, looking for 450. I got 400, looking for
Look, it's still less than that coat that they were selling in the store.
The $8.99.
That
Right?
that made the initial draft. I had to cut a lot of stuff out of the best of because it was going to be like 2 hours long.
This guy's got it for 4.
looking for 5. I got 450, looking for 5.
Oh, 450. I think this guy just bid against himself.
I got 451.
I think he had 400 and
And
he
he
just
added an
upped
extra
himself
50.
to 450. Oh,
He's a
my.
charitable man.
$450 for that
for
Coots jersey.
Was it a game worn? No, it still has the tag on
Still
it.
has a tag on it. I want to know if it has the C
Does it
on
have the C? Does it have?
Thanks, Joe.
Is it autographed?
I don't
What?
know.
Why would you
couldn't
pay?
tell.
Why would you pay 450? I know it's for charity.
That's why you do it. It's for check. Oh, we're back to the draft. Yeah.
Oh,
Max Domi just scored for Toronto.
1-1 is the score in that game.
yeah,
I
1-1.
missed who scored Boston's goal.
Way to go, intern.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Fear not.
As long as it wasn't any of the guys who've already been drafted.
Anyway, this place down here, Brooklyn Bowl. I think this would be a very good place to have some Snow the Goalies.
Well, I
Have
think
some
we're
press
going to
road
have.
shows.
I got to talk to Katie from Snider Hockey because we're going to get
Oh, that's
Maggie
right.
from Brooklyn Bowl
From Brooklyn
after
Bowl
the 6th
up
round.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm looking around and I'm thinking. I'm thinking about it. There's good parking. There's a lot of space. There are games. There's bowling.
There's
a good place.
Food downstairs, I think.
Is there?
So we came up the steps, but there was a downstairs area too.
I don't know what the downstairs was.
It's just more lanes.
There was a weed dispensary around the corner.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
you didn't
right.
see it
yeah.
on the front of the building?
Yeah, yeah. I thought you meant here in the building.
No, not in here. Not that I saw. Not my thing.
One pick of the 4th round.
Here we go.
Stamkos. Stamkos.
Again, Russ,
Ballsy. What?
point is still out there.
Shut up. Don't
They can't
ruin
hear us.
the strategy.
They're all hammered.
They're not hammered enough. Like, look at some of these people. Some of these people.
Somebody just drafted Steven Stamkos. You're telling me that guy's sober?
That might just be somebody who knows the name.
Braden Point had 51 goals this year.
Yeah. Bundy, you ready to come back on camera, hot stuff?
Yeah.
Oop. Well, Bundy, you got to turn on your camera. Hit the turn on the camera.
Okay. I
Vlad Tar.
There we go.
So Tarasenko just got picked.
Very good player. Played for the Blues under Greg Berube.
So Stamkos got taken.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Carolina, okay.
That's a good pick.
How many
When I
rounds
got
are
food, was Jarvis selected? He was, right?
He was, yes.
How many rounds are in this draft?
8.
8. We're not even at the halfway point
When's
yet.
the next
No,
break?
we're past
6th
the
round?
halfway.
No, we're not past
No, we're
the
not.
halfway. It's an 8-round
this
draft.
This is
we're
the
in
start of the 4th
round.
round. There goes Coyle. You were waiting for Coyle there, intern.
So what?
Did you say Charlie Coyle?
Yeah, why are you looking at me like
Eric Burke. I'm pretty sure Kuznetsov was taken.
Yes, Kuznetsov was.
Yeah.
I can't see.
I bet. Doing a great job.
Now here's a question: when I go up to make the next pick, do I hop the barricade?
You're gonna get into some guys.
Do I give a
here where-
Hurricanrana to Coatsy? Hit him with the 619.
What do you guys? What do you guys? What do you guys think of Sam Bennett?
We need a D-man.
I don't think we have to get a defenseman.
They haven't specified, did they, that you need to draft every position, or did they?
I don't think you don't. I don't think you do.
do not.
So I don't know if like with that in mind, I don't even know if it matters. Like, what's the positive of drafting?
Because
a
the
D-man?
thing with defensemen is, unless you're getting Makar, you're probably not going to get a ton of goal scoring.
You get bonus points if the team only gives up 1 or 0.
Yeah,
if you're a defenseman.
But
oh, really?
Yeah, but it's only like I think it's a point or 2 points.
So they have the same scoring as the goalies do?
Goalies get an extra 2 for a shutout.
Okay.
Okay, so
Move ahead of somebody?
so like if we drafted if we drafted Hedman,
okay,
and he scores, and then the Lightning also shut out the team,
he gets bonus points.
Well, that's interesting then. I didn't know all that.
Tampa's winning.
I was just using him as an example.
Who? Did he say Forsberg? I heard him say Nashville Predators.
Yeah, I mean, there could be. That would be the one team I think someone could come back on. Guys, I'll tell you what.
Okay.
I don't want to give up on the Islanders just yet. I know
No,
they're
I
not
think
winning.
I think they might win this series.
I think they could come back on Carolina. Carolina is no world beater for me. So we got to start looking at guys like Barzell if he's already.
I think they're the betting favorite, actually. The Hurricanes are to win the whole thing. Last I saw.
Good.
Can you confirm that?
They're minus 250, which to me is insane. But because I don't think you should be minus 250 over anybody.
Yeah,
There goes Phil.
Forsberg was taken. That took way too long for him to be selected.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if any Islanders have even been picked.
None. Not even their goalies.
Yeah.
And they have good goalies.
I like
They were
Sorokin.
in that game the other night till the third. It was 1-1.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be
outplayed them most of the time.
Carolina's not going to outscore, like blow teams out. There goes Braden Point. There you go, Russ.
Damn it.
Yeah, because they're running out of guys. So you got to think outside here a little bit. How about the Rangers? We miss anything? I feel like if something's not on the Rangers, we're missing something.
Jimmy Vesey?
No. On the fourth line. He plays 6 minutes.
Lafreniere?
No.
Capo Caco?
No. Oh, he can't get past that guy.
I don't know.
What about Sam Bennett?
I like that.
I like him.
That was my thought. I mean, Marner's still out. Not that I think Toronto's going to win this series.
They're not winning.
Series, but
That's
I
the score. That's 1-1.
He could rack up some points though.
Josh Morrissey.
Yeah.
There's a
Adam Fox has been taken, Greg.
Yeah, he
Yes.
got taken in the first round.
Sam Bennett, Matt Barzell, Matthias Ekholm, okay. Darnell Nurse, who's Donovan McNabb's nephew.
Not a fan.
Yeah, he's not going to fucking get picked, is he?
I don't know.
He is
If he
the
does,
most,
we boo.
He's probably the most. Got the worst contract in hockey
Does he?
for the
Risto?
team that has it. No, Nurse is the worst. He makes like almost 10 or something. And I mean, he's not. He's like a number second pair guy.
Nikolai Ehlers, that's a good one.
What about Jamie Benn?
Horvat, Ben, yeah.
Ben's not a bad idea.
I actually like Nikolai Ehlers, believe it or not. It's pretty good.
Or do we go with Mark Stone?
Well, that was the one I said, but you're going against Dallas, right? 'Cause you
Yeah,
gotta
but I mean, maybe later. Maybe we think about him later on.
you want to have a backup, right? Like if
Yeah.
something happens.
Yeah.
I don't like to go against Hintso against the guy though, because then you have 2 guys that are gone in the first round.
Right, yeah.
So
Hyman has been taken.
has Tavares been picked?
I think Matthews is the only Leaf that's been taken, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Marner's still on
Marner's still on the board. Someone just said Morgan Riley. He's still on the board.
I thought Svechnikov.
Oh, you know
was
what?
already
Somebody
taken.
took Maple Leafs goaltending.
I think it just happened.
What?
I'm pretty sure Svechnikov.
He just won.
Svechnikov just went
Okay.
to the Goat Ropers. Not the Mr. Ropers.
All right, here we go.
Name that show.
Mr. Roper?
Mr. Roper, name that show.
Can't help you.
Three's Company.
All my time.
It was before my time too, but you have to know the classics, intern Andrew. Come and knock on our door.
I watched a little bit of Cheers.
We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's Company too.
I don't remember hearing that name.
Just wait till YouTube hits us with a DMCA takedown. We recognized a certain melody.
They actually can do that for you singing a song?
Dude, I told you that we got the weird takedown because of the cover.
Who finds that though?
It's part of the algorithm, I guess, it's part of the detection software because they do a whole thing. If you do a video ahead of time,
Yeah.
and you go to try to monetize it on YouTube, they do a full analysis of it before they approve it. And if they catch, like, when Michael, our friend, the organist, was playing the one night, he played a song. He played, what's effectively a cover of a song, and we had to remove that 2 minute or the minute 30 segment out of our show. in order for our show to remain available to advertisers. We had to take it out. Or split the revenue with the original band who wrote the song that he covered.
Don't do it again, though.
Stupid.
Really dumb.
It is. It's genuinely a very strange thing.
They find it quickly,
We've
too.
never had that rule before where we've had challenged. We've never been challenged before.
What happened? There was a challenge?
What was the challenge?
I don't know.
Blue line. Am I at the right spot? Blue line.
I don't know.
I'm thinking about going back for more pulled pork.
Didn't I say ski? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Was there still food over there?
Yeah.
A little bit.
There is?
A little bit.
Lafreniere's gone. Okay.
Over number 1 pick.
I'm going to go look for food.
Oh, you're getting out again?
I'm going to be the one on the mic to make the pick.
To blue line.
Yeah. Make sure you're back.
You know who I thought looked good last night? Adam Lowry.
Yeah.
I thought he had a good game.
Jets will take Nikolai Ehlers.
There goes Ehlers. Okay.
Nick Ehlers.
Hyman's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ant, what do you think about Ekblad?
Fly.
Is he going to play?
Okay.
I believe he's playing now, yes.
Let's move on to above average Buffers.
3-0 Phillies.
Oh, that's good. What about Connor Garland?
Let me look at the numbers.
He's had a good year for Vancouver. That's an.
Brent Burns, defenseman.
That's a good one, too.
Outstanding defenseman for years. Won Norris Trophy with the San Jose Sharks. Now with the Carolina Hurricanes.
Speaking of a former San Jose Shark,
Pavelski?
Thomas Hurdle. No, Pavelski got
Hello, Newman.
Yeah.
picked. Hurdle in Vegas.
Oh, yeah, he's another. Again, I'm trying to stay away from him because we feel like Dallas is the pick.
Defenseman, Dallas Stars, Thomas Harley.
Never heard of him. Oh, it's Connor with one N. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're coming up. We have 2 picks coming. We have to decide who we're going with.
Garland was 20 and 27 this year.
So we like Bennett, Ben, Garland.
Brent, I'm just going to stay with you and say great pick.
Is that order? Is that the order?
Let me run some numbers here.
Sam
Stars
Bennett,
alumni.
Jamie Benn.
Okay, so Bennett was 20 and 21.
We are proudly to draft here from the Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh,
What about
Jamie
what about
Benn was 21 and 39. I like that.
What about Evander
Chandler
Kane?
Stevens. Chandler, rather.
Chandler
No,
Stevenson.
That's it. I
Not
thought-
bad either. 24 and 20.
Chandler Stevens. Son.
It's Stevenson.
All right.
So
move on
Ben
now.
is our first choice.
I think Ben is a
River
no-brainer.
Rock Academy. Vanna?
What do you think there, Bundy?
Yeah.
And then the second pick is what?
From Vancouver,
I-
Philip Hronik.
Okay.
I think Bennett, Garland, and what was the other one? Oh, and Vander Kane are all. It's up to you. Dealer's choice. It's up to you. Jamie Benn feels like a no-brainer though.
I think Bennett goes the furthest. I think Florida goes furthest out.
John
You?
Morgan.
I think that they're at least the conference final, if not the final.
I like Ben. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying for Bennett as the other
Bennett's
guy.
a good pick, yeah.
So Ben and Bennett.
Yeah.
Ben and Bennett.
That's our plan there, Russell. Not that you can you hear us? I can hear you. Okay. Well, because you're making the picks.
They won't, both those guys.
I'm going to go up and call my own picks.
You're going to do like Hextall and go off the board?
There goes Hedman.
There goes Hedman.
Victor Hedman.
Their drunk pick.
I'm still. The way I look at that Lightning Panther series is that the big brother usually seems to win, and that dynamic between those two teams, I feel like the Lightning are the big brother in that rivalry.
That's Vasilevsky.
Russ is eating
Back, you
again.
know what?
Yes,
I met a
people
guy
are
years
wondering.
ago we were doing this.
Oh, he's doing it on
Couple
camera
cases
this
of
time.
beer on a pick. I lost, so don't worry about it.
There's 2 more picks than us. Just so you know.
Okay.
So Jamie Benn of the Stars.
Yes.
Who else?
Sam
Sam
Bennett.
Bennett.
Who?
Sam
Callahan,
Bennett, Florida.
South Street.
That's too many. The Oilers goalies.
Sam Bennett from Florida.
The what?
Do you have a preference
The
of?
Oilers goalies.
They can score. They can't stop goals.
So they're gonna win the
Holy
lead.
shit! You just made the guy that took the least better. No, that's not even close to least goal. The Edmonton Oilers goalies. Let me see. Let's just please
Stuart Skinner.
Holy, oh, wow.
Skinner, my God.
You know what? One of the problems in the game with Edmonton, they can score goals,
All right.
but they can't prevent goals.
So we know who our backup pick is.
Outside of that, it was a really
And Sam
bad
Bennett.
game.
Yeah.
Jamie Benn, Sam Bennett.
Oh, I love getting into the later
Stamkos
rounds.
available? Who took Marner?
He has
Alfredo.
no one's picked Warner yet.
What are we doing?
We will take the Vegas goalies.
All right, we're up.
That's us, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Russ.
Bring it home, buddy.
Ben and Bennett.
Okay, I got
Ben
it.
Ben and Bennett.
Jamie
Do you have a
Benn.
preference on which one gets the signing bonus? Do we care?
Jamie Benn.
4 goalies. No, 5 goalies are gone now. No, 6. Vancouver, Tampa, Toronto.
You're doing great.
Los
You're doing great,
Angeles,
sweetie.
I'm in the dark over here.
12
Carolina,
goalies have gone.
So there's 7.
12.
And Winnipeg.
Russ,
8.
tell him 12 goalies have gone.
I don't think it matters.
All right, we move on. No, Fettuccine Alfredo, that's... No, I can't change my mind. Who did you take again? Okay, good, all right. You're looking for a repeat or something?
What is he doing?
Dude, he's got to get moving.
All right.
My God.
Killing us.
People have work tomorrow.
Oh, here we go. Snow the goalie.
Russ is going.
All right, so, well, with the final pick of the 4th round,
Why can we not hear Russ?
Flyers podcast is proud to draft Jamie Benn.
Thank you, Dallas Stars.
The Dallas Stars.
That's right.
Jamie Benn.
A rebuttal. He just asked him for a rebuttal.
No, I'm still in shock. But go ahead.
You get sass on this next one. I'm going to send you to Coates's corner.
Oh.
So, all right, we've got the first pick of the 5th round, and hold on. You put up the clock.
No, you can take as much time as you want, Anthony, because...
Except that's Russ.
He just called him Anthony.
Go ahead.
That's Russ.
What's that?
He just called you Anthony. No trade.
No trade.
All right, sorry. All right, we...
He's doing bits now.
He's getting booed. Russ just got booed. Sam Bennett.
From Florida, Sam Bennett.
Sam Bennett's a good pick, Russ.
That took him 20 minutes.
Russ, we don't want to be here all night.
Just make the pick and get off
Is
the
your
stage.
team arguing over there?
We're just yelling at him like we usually do.
We had to add a little bit of humor here.
There was no. You got booed.
Who booed?
People booed you for
They
for getting on the phone.
They didn't
Somebody
boo.
wants to trade?
Uh-oh. Who do they want to trade with? Not us. I think our team is pretty freaking stacked.
Oh, yeah, it's a good team.
Well, yeah, look at who we're competing against. Maple Leafs goaltending.
Hey, they've only given up 1 goal in the first period here. That's a
They're out
positive.
shooting 2-1 too.
The offer's
14-7.
$500.
Oh.
Okay, and the trade is being offered from 4 champs and friends. Wow. Having Brock Besser to the New York Rangers in exchange for Panarin.
What is he saying?
So someone's offering $500 to the charity if they would trade
Brock
Panarin for Besser.
Now, because we're doing this,
Matt Beagle, you're my favorite person right now for admitting this.
what was the rebuttal?
Said he's too high for this.
From the Panarin group?
Attaboy. Attaboy. 420 was 2 days ago. You missed by a couple days, but that's all right. It's all good.
1,000?
I mean, this was supposed to be over
Or
at
do you
8.
want to maybe?
Yes, it was
About
supposed to be
that.
over at 8.
Yeah, like this.
I said to Maria, I said, oh,
So you guys are going to stay with
I'll be home
Panarin?
before you tonight. We're not even,
No counter?
well, we're at the halfway point, and this started at 6.
You know, this is the benefit of a long marriage. Nancy looked at me and she said, "What time?" And I said, "I don't know, maybe 8." She goes, "You mean 10?" I said, "Well, no, it's probably going to be closer to 10." She goes, "So I'll see you at midnight. I'll be asleep. Make sure you lock the door when you come in."
And I feel bad for poor Nicole, who's sitting here all by herself
No rebuttal?
That's just fine.
behind Russ and intern Andrew with nobody to hang out with.
It's all good. Okay, if we could move this along, it would be great.
I think what we need to do, we need to send intern Andrew out with a microphone. Intern Andrew needs to go interview the other teams. Find out what they were thinking,
How
if
many
anything.
rounds are so 5th round picks?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna try and get Maggie to come over.
We got both
Are you?
of
Now.
Snow the Goalies, right?
Yes, we got him. We're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
I want to make sure you guys are all right.
Yes. Thank you.
They're on the board, Coatsy.
Go on now to Fettuccine Alfredo.
He doesn't even know where he is.
Who? Who did they just take?
Marchman from Dallas.
Mason Marchman.
Oh, Mason Marchman.
Everybody looks at me like, oh, I hope that's okay. That's okay.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'll be back.
Boston just scored.
Callahan South Street.
Which team took the Leafs goalies? Wasn't there somebody who took the Leafs goalies? Am I crazy?
Yeah, no, that happened. Was it Pasta?
Yeah.
Pastafarian. Where's the team that took? Cap loves the Penguins. They're the ones who took the Toronto. Why would you take Toronto's goalies?
The one guy that had the comment earlier, I think, hit the nail on the head. He said that people were panicking and just started the goalies started flying off the shelf. That could, when it's all said and done, could be the pick of the draft, is us getting Shesterkin in round 3. That's crazy.
Snow the goalie. That the Boston Bruins have now taken a 2-1 lead
We got it.
over the Toronto Maple Leafs.
It was Pasternak.
It was pasta.
But I know one thing, that Bruins got another 2 on those asshole goalies. Okay, here we go.
This is
Have you
crazy.
guys made your selection?
Coatsy's losing control of the room.
This is like taking 3 minutes a pick. I mean,
It's just
this is like the fucking NFL draft.
Can we get a time check? They
You
said.
can time. You can take a time.
2-minute timer.
Bundy, R. Hextall asked you a question here. He said, "What was your favorite playoff series that you ever played in?"
Why don't you come on over?
I've had a lot of them.
Nichushkin from the Colorado Avalanche.
I would say probably the series when we beat the Rangers when Gretzky was in Philly. That was unbelievable to me. And then my first year we beat the defending Stanley Cup champion Rangers. We always killed the Rangers. I'm 8-0 against 8-1 against the Rangers in playoff games.
Is that right?
Teams I've been on, yeah, 8-1.
Wow.
Yep.
What was the one?
We lost. Where they actually took a 1-0 lead in the series opener in '97. They went up 1-0. We came back and won 4 straight.
Not a big deal.
Who did you take?
This is just.
Tyler Sagan.
I can't hear you.
Oh.
I heard him from here with headphones on.
I can't.
Neil, you got that?
Coatsy's killing us.
We're good. River Rock Academy.
Coatsy's struggling.
And it's only the 5th round. Wait till the 8th round.
Oh, Jesus.
They're only going to be drunker.
The only way for us to lose right now is if we just leave before the 8th round.
Do me a favor.
And even then we still might win.
We can leave after the first pick to the 8th round.
River Rock.
Yes.
Which is probably what we're going to do.
River Rock. River Rock.
Got to see it through.
Actually, we have the last pick in the draft.
We do.
Well, I think
You're
somebody-
kidding.
hey,
No.
Yeah, because it goes backwards in even numbered rounds. We have
It goes.
we have the last pick in the 8th round.
Unbelievable.
Colorado, Devin Taves.
Against Devon, but that's okay.
we do. We get to draft Mr. Irrelevant.
Yes.
By the way, somebody tried to take Svechnikov just now and had to be informed that he was already taken.
See, that you forfeit your pick then, if you do that.
Here we go. Joe Watson. Joe Watson's going to get on the mic.
Agreement with all your picks so far? I thought so.
I think So is Ekblad definitely coming back?
I heard that he's coming back.
We were going to take.
Have you heard this, Bundy?
I will work to confirm.
That Ekblad is going to be back for Florida.
Really?
If he is, that's a pick for us.
Yeah.
Intern Andrews said, he's reporting that.
Well, there's the Marner pick.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen.
Intern Andrews reporting.
Front end loader, Toronto Maple Leafs. Tavares, Marner, Matthews, and Nylander. I agree, Bert.
What do you got over there, Andrew? You finding this?
The other guys are really no good. All right.
To return for Game 1 versus Lightning.
Oh my God! Yeah, he played. He played already.
He played, guys.
He did play.
Ekblad played Game 1.
We are going to select Edmonton Oilers, Matthias Ekholm.
So is that a guy you want to consider?
Yes.
Would we use our next pick on him? Or,
Yes.
Or do you think that all the wasted people here don't know that he played either?
Above average.
He had an assist actually in Game 1.
It's even better. I would go Ekblad in round 6, and then take the 2 Golden Knights in round 7. Mark Stone and.
What do you mean? That would be. What do you mean?
Stone and Pietrangelo. Is he back? Is he going to be playing?
Yeah, but why?
That you just named 3 people.
We have 3 picks left.
We do.
Okay. Duchesne has been taken, Jim.
Has Cole Perfetti been taken?
That name I don't remember hearing that.
Connor Garland is still there, who we liked. We were thinking about before.
Yeah, I don't think anyone took Evander Kane either, but there was another one that we
Evander Kane we discussed. Shea Theodore. That's the guy from Vegas, the defenseman.
Already taken. Pietrangelo playing.
Yeah, I mean, Pasternak scored that second goal, by the way.
Yeah, we
I
saw.
know they were looking.
HC is saying Perfetti was sent down to the AHL. Is that true?
I told you, it
Was
gets
he?
better, it gets old. The alcohol starts taking control.
What's his first name?
If he was, that's fine.
Cole?
Yeah, I was just thinking of players
Matt
on.
Duchesne is gone.
Duchesne is gone.
For Brady Shea.
Yeah, the crowd was a little bit disappointed.
They were
Buddy,
disappointed in the
he
attempt
keeps taking people that have already been chosen.
William Carlson went over here.
Nikolai Ehlers has been drafted, East Coast.
They
Taffy.
need to do a pick penalty.
Well, they have 2 minutes.
No, it's the reason that people are booing is because that's twice now they've tried to draft somebody who's already been drafted.
They just took Drouin.
Who isn't he hurt? I don't think he's even playing this series.
Who?
Jonathan Drouin.
No, he's out.
They just drafted him.
Good.
I've done this a long time.
What's the bet? What are the betting odds right now on us to win this?
Coachy's got to move, man. It's like we're getting a 5-minute comment on every pick. It's supposed to be over now. We got 3 rounds
There's
left.
4 of you. All right, here we go.
Snow the Goalie's odds, per the Snow the Goalie sportsbook, have increased from -500 to -800.
And to answer Greg, no, Ovechkin has not been taken.
Yeah, but I just think the Capitals have no chance.
Tyler Toffoli.
I agree. They don't have a chance. I wouldn't take Ovechkin.
I think that's a
Right
sweep.
there from the Montreal Canadiens, originally an LA King.
Look at. We don't have a jet, right?
Skateful dead.
We don't.
Let's look if there's anyone appealing there left.
We've got 2 stars, a Panther, an Oiler, and the Rangers goalies.
Well, we don't have those guys yet.
Huh?
No, we do on our roster.
He just read off who we have.
You asked what we have. You said we have a jet. I said no. We have 2 stars, Dallas Stars.
Yeah.
A Florida Panther.
Oh, I forgot we took Bennett.
Yes.
I'm thinking like I thought you were just like chalking up. We already had Ekblad.
No.
Okay.
Hurdle.
Morrissey has been taken.
Hurdle was the other guy I was thinking might be a value play from Vegas at the end.
Coachy's having a hard time keeping people honest here.
They're not even talking to each other.
You're just talking to yourself, Coatsy.
Where's the timer? Where's the timer?
Says the guy. The guy here complaining about not having a timer is the same guy who went up to make our picks and pretended to take a call on a trade.
That's unbelievable.
It wasn't a pretend one.
Living in fantasy land.
That wasn't a pretend call.
Excuse me,
Dude,
time check.
We were contacted by Skateful Dead.
Yeah, like this is
I think
just.
they're mad at each other. They're not even talking to each other.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Evil Dead, pick. Nino Niederreiter from Winnipeg.
Niederreiter,
That's what took that long.
good player.
I'm not. Yeah, Winnipeg doesn't really have a lot of all-stars. It's like Perfetti had 38, Nemestikov had 37. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should stay away from the Jets.
I can't believe there are as many people still on YouTube
Go Rovers.
as there are right now.
I love them. Love our people.
Proudly select Shea Theodore from the
There goes Shea Theodore.
He was already taken.
No, you're thinking of Brady Shea.
Theodore.
Shea
No,
Theodore.
I swore somebody took him already.
No, we were talking about it.
Defenseman,
We discussed it.
Stanley Cup winner.
What? What if we start what chanting, Coach? What if we started what chanting, Coatsy?
That's the worst thing ever.
What?
Worst thing in the history of WWE.
What?
I said it's the worst thing ever in WWE.
What?
It's the worst thing ever in WWE.
What?
Come on now.
Just call my name and I'll Briere.
What?
Oh my God.
That's the name of the team. That's the name of the team. Just call my name and I'll be here.
He's already gone.
What?
He can't be serious.
Okay, like
Thinking Kucherov is available in the 5th round?
the draft was supposed to be over 5 minutes ago. It's all right. Don't worry, we're gonna start
There are
bowling at 8.
there are not significant enough penalties for this, and that's part of the problem.
These people are donating a lot of money, so we give them a little bit of slack.
Nope.
Just a little bit.
Nope.
I'm running out of slack.
There's no slack left.
I'm fresh out of slack.
We had a lot of slack.
Fresh out of slack.
Rope's gonna break.
Evan Rodriguez.
Again?
Rodriguez.
Evan Rodriguez.
Ah, bueno.
So,
Okay, sobre hielo. An interesting pick here in the 5th round.
Big one.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me a little bit.
What we needed was intern Andrew to dress up like Mel Kiper. We needed him to have the widow's peak.
This was such a last minute thing.
Todd.
Good player, better guy. Oh, you know him?
Personally.
Yeah, Connor Garland's a heck of a player. Came over from the Arizona
Oh,
Coyotes.
there he goes.
Yeah.
Why didn't you take him before instead of the Leafs goalies? It's all about timing. Obviously, he's not that good a friend.
If any of these jamokes were smart, they would be tuning into the live stream to hear our thoughts.
Yes.
I wondered that. I wondered that.
Why they haven't done it yet
Is beyond me.
is insane.
Maybe they don't know that we're talking about it.
No, they do, though.
They have to know.
Did you know the Flyers didn't make the playoffs?
Somebody just tried to take Travis Konechny.
My eyes are tearing.
Scott Hanlon says this is like watching a car accident and you just can't stop. I'm just curious. I'm curious if his comment is that we're the car accident or that the people drafting against us are the car accident.
It might be all of it. It might be a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Everything together?
Up and down to get broadcast.
Rob South with a good question, though. How do we follow your fantasy points after this is over?
I don't even
I guess
know
we'll
that.
probably put out some kind of graphic.
Mark Stone.
Oh.
Mark Stone.
Mark Stone.
Bastards.
Character player.
They just blow up our strategy.
Well,
Just
one of
so
them.
you know,
Those
that
guys
was,
are listening.
That was the. Oh no. Okay, sorry. We have moved along a little bit. Okay, next
Guess
pick.
what? He's going to come back.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
So Bundy brought up the point not that long ago.
I don't think
Do we, if still available, do we look into a guy like Barzell
That's not for me
and
to
say maybe the Islanders pull the upset?
I think the Islanders can pull the upset.
Las Vegas Lounge alumni are pleased to pick.
Didn't even announce you yet. You guys are
Rantanen is gone.
See, these guys want to get the shit going, too.
O'Reilly.
Auto parts.
Ryan O'Reilly, Nashville Predators.
You took that pick just so you could do that. Ryan O'Reilly.
Ryan O'Reilly.
Predators.
Here's the thing: if you're taking somebody from the Islanders,
Snider ladies.
is Barzal your play? Because you're playing Carolina, you're playing a team that's a lot more defensive oriented. Do you take more of a grinder type goal
Adam
scorer
Lowry.
from that team?
Good pick. Had a couple
Who
of
did you
No,
have
I
in
think
mind?
you take Barzell with the thought that if they pull off the upset, they're going to go on a little bit of a run.
I would go with either. I'm suggesting either maybe Brock Nelson or Bo Horvat.
Dad was the coach.
I do like Nelson. We'll cross that bridge, but
We got a little time, but
Enterprise.
thank you. Thank you very much.
See,
Much
this-
appreciated.
This is great.
This is good stuff.
Boy, I love
Appreciate
making
it. Now,
the airplane
here's a
quote.
question. Here, why don't you come hop on the live stream?
Great captain.
All right, which team are you out here representing?
I am not really representing a single team. I'm Switzerland. I'm representing that Canadian up there that keeps getting the name of this podcast wrong. So if you need me to fix him, some in the corner justice, I'd be happy to.
So, based on what you've seen so far, who would you say is in the lead right now with the strongest team? Is there somebody's board who's jumped off the page to you?
Just because I like the name, the Briere name is good. Your guys are good. It's fun to watch. I especially enjoy when people screw up. That's outstanding.
So do we. We just
I can't believe there haven't been stronger penalties for the people who.
We can't even make a trade. This is for charity, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
It's that leather thing in your pocket. Cough up some money. What the hell?
Crap.
So
what just happened?
Ekblad just got taken.
There goes our pick.
See, somebody's listening. See, now I'm convinced that somebody is listening to the show.
Good.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's all right.
guys. Good luck.
But thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Did
All right, now we have to be careful.
Did Montour get taken?
He did.
So Ekblad, and that's you know what? In fairness, though, it's not like we had a pick coming up soon. We don't. Oh,
Yeah,
we do.
We have time.
Or no, we don't.
No,
don't.
we got to go all the way back around.
Yeah.
Kevin Shattenkirk.
Shattenkirk. Shat
Shattenkirk.
Deuces.
Blues won a Stanley Cup.
Keandre Miller.
Who's no longer a Deuces. He wears 12 now.
That's no fun.
Kevin Shattenkirk did not win the Stanley Cup in St. Louis. Was he just a member of the St. Louis Blues Stanley Cup winning team?
Did he really?
Yeah.
Cozy's having a night.
You see what Bundy looks like on the?
Didn't
on
he
the- on the
retire?
Hey, Bundy, where are you?
screen? Bundy's sitting in darkness.
Didn't he retire? Holy fuck!
That's funny. as
there
shit.
I think Forsling got taken as well, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
It's like the Blair Witch Project with him.
Enterprise.
Alexander Ovechkin.
The grade 8.
Ovechkin's not a bad pick there.
Why? Because
Bundy looking like John
he's got
Cena.
three-
That's very funny.
3 games left.
Top scorer in the history of the National Hockey.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
If he stays, he could pass Gretzky. So I'm going to give you that.
Does anybody want a cookie or a brownie?
No, thank you.
They put more chicken out too.
They did?
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
Competition.
I ate a lot of pulled pork.
25 to 18 Sixers at the end of the first quarter.
Wow, that's
See
good.
that? See that, Bundy?
Ye
The
of little
Sixer
faith.
hater over there. Yeah.
The team is only going to play 4 games in the playoffs. You don't have much of a chance. Because they don't have a lick of a chance against the New York Rangers. What's that?
Somebody asked Coatsy if. What am I looking at?
Okay, so if he
I
scores
can't see what that is.
Check your phone. Just be quiet.
double points, if the Rangers win, then you
I
get
love that.
40 points. You're still not in the neighborhood. You got no chance. But you know what? I like your thinking. But really,
I'm gonna check.
Oh,
my
is
phone.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
that?
Good stuff, huh?
Alex
Interesting.
should be playing
I had no
golf
idea. How about that?
How the hell do you spell Keandre Miller?
Interesting strategy here.
Yeah. I like it.
Bundy's now sending around potential names of.
Can I have a 2-minute timer, please?
What's that?
Can I have a 2-minute timer?
You can do anything you want.
Oh my.
What is? You have a 2-minute timer. His name's Steve Coates.
Hedman was taken.
Based on his snake comment before, I'm not sure he's seen two. Never mind. What are you looking up? Keandre Miller over there?
I'm thinking of names.
Who did the Flyers take over Keandre Miller in that draft? There was.
I got another name possibility for you.
That wasn't the Rubtsov draft, was it?
Oh, jeez, no, definitely not Dumbo.
What just happened?
She just tried to take our player.
Who? Which
she,
one?
She tried to take hints.
No. She just took Rempe.
The fuck did she take Rempe?
I misheard her.
Rempe?
There are points for penalty minutes. Too.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think of that.
But what do you mean? It's not 1988.
You want to just take a bunch of goons?
Yeah, but they're not gonna.
You're
they're not gonna play. They're not. He may not even be in our lineup.
Balls, fight anybody, and he scares the shit out of a lot of people in the National Hockey League. The only problem is this is a point-orientated contest, and he scored a
Thomas Harley has
So
been
he's
taken.
trying to chastise her for the pick, and she just said there's points for penalties.
But
See?
outside of that, it was a really good pick.
All right, well, we're almost there.
We don't do penalty minutes anymore. You know why?
According to my teammate, that whoever has the most penalty minutes at the end, we get extra points for it.
That was on the list and it was taken off. Is it back in, Katie? It is in? Huh? Total penalty minutes is in? Okay, here's my other defense.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, it's a nice idea. Okay? But have you...
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to go there. Well, let's just move on. It's a great pick.
Okay, so I'm just taking a look really quick at the itinerary here.
I'm sorry, I lost my paper.
8:30 to 10 was supposed to be an NHL watch party, and bowling alley opens. So we are now. Oh, in fairness, the draft is still going on, but at 8:30, it's supposed to turn into the watch party and bowling.
You know that there's another break after the 6th round, don't you?
We're not doing another break. Did you get Where's Maggie at?
She's coming at the end of the 6th round.
Okay.
You know what though? That's actually good for us strategy-wise, guys. We'll get to make the final pick of the 6th round. Then we have the break. We could get approached by another team.
I will say...
What's with you in trades?
I love trades.
He'll have a hard time...
In my fantasy leagues, in fantasy baseball and in fantasy football, I make so many trades.
Where have you been?
And I always end up in the top 3.
He
Siempre.
Russ, all he does on Snow the Goalie is talk about
trade hypotheticals.
Trade possibilities.
But that's like real life.
do.
This is so he's the same in fantasy sports as well.
He's nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Hockey references.
I still don't know what's going on. Like, why are is intern Andrew making the pick in the 6th round?
I think so.
Slavin defenseman.
That's actually good.
So, okay, Lafreniere's available, correct?
I think so.
I say he had 28 goals this year. I think maybe we should look for him.
Yeah, but is the moment too big for him?
Look at that. I kind of remember him maybe being picked.
No, he is. He got taken in the 4th round.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
By Skateful Dead.
Okay, so other than that,
Let's do this. Let's take a look at the picks so far. Let's take a look at everybody's big board right now and get a feel for where we may stack up compared to the competition. So far, through 5 rounds, we've got McDavid, the Ranger goalies, Hintz, Ben, and Bennett. Fettuccine Alfredo has McKinnon, Marchand, Heiskanen, the Vegas goalies, and Marchmont.
Are you really going to read off 19 teams right now?
I'm just saying, like,
I'm going to do a couple more. And then,
we have a pick coming up.
Andrew's going to finish this for me.
Huh?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was his own team cheering for him.
Is there another team right now, when you look at their lineup, that you think, oh, that's a competitive
I'm
squad?
looking, so like the Rangers and the Panthers now are slim pickings for who's available. We may have to just start getting guys from teams that we think are going to lose. So like I think we should probably go after some Islanders or.
All right, we move on to just call my name off the air.
Like I would think about Nelson.
Barzal hasn't been taken though.
None of them have. No Islander has. Who do you like best on that Islanders group there, Bundy?
Well, it depends who's left. I don't mind Anders Lee and Brock Nelson unless they're gone.
No Islander has been selected.
Barzal is another guy, but I think they're going to have to play a heavy game there.
Right. So that's what I said.
Yeah, I don't think Brock Nelson's not a bad pick.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Time.
Oh. We got a time call.
You got it.
So intern Andrew, Brock Nelson.
Like him, American player.
Yeah. Another thing we could do is, since we know Boston's going to probably win this series, and we know Morgan Geekie scored tonight, maybe we take Morgan Geekie.
Huh. Are you guys a hard no on Brandon Hagel?
I like Hagel. He scored the other day, didn't he?
Go Rovers.
The other thing is bonus points for overtime winners.
Yeah.
I think Hagel has 3 I know it's 3-on-3 in the regular season, but I think Hagel has 3 overtime winning goals.
Islanders are beating Carolina right now. Kyle Palmieri from Brock Nelson and Morgan Riley.
I don't know about that.
Just, what's that?
1-0, Islanders.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're right.
Notion.
Okay.
All right, so
I am not arguing.
maybe we do have to think Islanders.
No, I saw it. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I don't think there's a downside to it.
No.
Nice try, though.
Now, listen, the other way to look at it, which I think some of these teams are starting to do, is hone in on the teams that you think are going to represent each conference and just draft as many of them as you can.
Okay.
That's an all or nothing.
It
strategy.
is. I like diversifying the portfolio a little bit, but
Yeah.
you can tell based
hedge
on the
a
way
little
that
bit.
some of these have gone that they're looking at take the top 2 teams.
All right,
and
so
draft as many of those guys for long runs. They might not individually put up the numbers, but over the course of an entire postseason,
Yeah.
they could.
Grateful Dead are picking Hampus Lindholm, Boston Bruins.
Okay. So why don't we? So if we're saying Nelson, we should have another one ready in case they don't take the break.
Well, we need to have probably 3 or 4 ready because
No, but I'm saying we need to have a second one ready in case
we
they
don't take
they don't take the break and go right into the 7th round.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we say Nelson, then I would say, do we look at like an Eric Gustafson?
Considered him. But again, not a lot of scoring from him. You're going to get assists, but
Yes. And
Taken.
yeah.
someone just tried to draft Jacob Trouba for the second time.
I'm surprised Coatsy knew that right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has his moments, right?
He's sobering up.
He's sobering up.
Sobering up.
My only rationale for Gustafson is we have the Rangers goalies. So for every good game the Rangers goalies get, we would
Yeah.
get double the points
Okay.
for having a defenseman
Okay.
on
I
the
like
same
that.
team.
I like that. And then
I
if
think
he's
that's, I
available,
think that's a good 8th round pick.
and then if he's, I was going to
Well, we're
say,
saying 6 and 7.
I think Hagel for the 8th round.
Good defenseman. Good defenseman.
Hagel's 26 and 49 this year.
But why?
Who did they take?
They're going to beat Carolina?
Who did he take? Dobson?
I don't know. We're watching the screen. Dobson got taken.
Oh, another possible trade coming up.
We have a lot of depth with the Islanders still left, though. Still have Barzell. We still have Horvat. Still have Undersley.
Okay, 4 champs and friends want to trade Mark Stone.
Whoa.
Well, you don't like your team at all, do you? Before you try to trade Besser, now you're trying to clear Stone. And you want to try to get Kreider from Skateful Dead. And, oh, there's an
They're trying to get
$625.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
Stone for Kreider and $625.
For the kids, that's right. Yeah, I apologize. I got to be impartial here.
So, to be clear, they're trying to make a trade. They haven't talked to the other team. They wrote it down on a piece of paper, passed it up to Coatsy. They don't actually know which team they're negotiating with. And the team that they're trying to negotiate with hasn't actually engaged with them on this trade proposal.
To be back at the table to be able to respond to the possible trade. Oh my God. The trade again. Mark Stone for Chris Kreider for $625.
Rob South says has to head out. Both Philly teams are playing, and so is wrestling. Rob, don't forget to go subscribe to It's Just Wrestling.
Thanks,
Your
pal.
10th
Thanks,
Pro
pal.
Wrestling
Thanks for
podcast.
hanging in with
We're
us
almost
tonight.
with you.
They countered?
HC is saying we should take Goss to spare.
I got bad news for you, buddy.
By the way, I feel bad for this kid.
Which
He's
kid?
constantly running the food. They have one food runner.
Yeah.
And he's got to come from the kitchen, which is downstairs. So he's running all
There's more chicken.
He's running all the food up the steps and across the bowling alley and then to where the food is set up.
Yeah.
That's one guy doing
The food's
all the
very
work.
good.
Food's great. Kidding me? Food is really
Excellent food. Yeah, really good.
Uh-oh, the screen went out.
Good thing we have it on our. Good thing we have it on our screen.
I'll tell you what, I got a deal. Here's your deal. Are you willing to make that trade? Without the money involved, are you willing to make the trade? No, I just want to make a deal here, okay?
Is Coatsy about to offer the money?
You pay 500, you pay 500 to make the trade.
Wow.
I don't know what the.
Let's talk about this for a long time.
Coatsy is trying to barter down the $625 ask.
No, for he's trying to get 1,500 per team.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Let me explain something to you real quick.
Bundy.
Bundy's just gonna leave.
Bundy's gonna just walk. He's just gonna walk out.
Dude, we're supposed to start bowling now.
Oh wait.
Like, fuck, do you think I came down here to listen to Coates? Hell, man, I want the bowl.
And once again, we have to thank.
That should go into that line right there should go into the best of.
Maybe there's still time.
You got to add that.
Bundy, what's your typical? How many strikes do you usually throw in a game?
What?
How many strikes do you usually roll in a game?
One.
Just so you guys know,
with or without the bumpers.
I was the captain
One. At least one.
of the St. Joseph's Prep bowling team when I was in high school.
I'm gonna go get a cookie.
Is that ridiculous?
You were the captain?
I was the captain.
They put
of
a
the
C on your shirt.
No.
Ah,
This has just turned into
fake news.
No, they didn't. But there's a picture of my yearbook. It says senior captain Anthony SanFilippo. And it's a great shot. The camera guy actually got down halfway down the lane to take the picture. So you see me releasing the ball from the pin's perspective. It's kind of cool.
Is that in the Louvre now, or?
Oh shit!
And now nothing's happening.
There's a guy going up to commandeer the mic
like
from
nothing.
Coatsy.
This is you know what this is like? This is like what's his name when the senator froze from Kentucky.
Oh, Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell. That's exactly what that was just like there for a second.
Let's just double check. Does she have a bad record? Lakota and I don't.
So the trade was executed. Stone has been dealt for Kreider.
Okay, and then Dobson
And
was taken.
there might have been money that was moved in that deal.
Blue line now?
This feels like the Sam 8th Rothstein comedy hour. Remember from Casino? Remember De Niro fired himself? And he made himself the head of entertainment?
Oh, man.
In Casino.
By the way, the more I watch watch hockey, Sheldon Keefe, doesn't he look like Frank Saravalli?
He does. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets replaced by Chief.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe we turn this into a Maple Leafs Bruins watch along.
2-0 Islanders.
Whoa.
Who scored that second goal?
By the way,
That was Horvat.
me and Anthony actually gave you that. I gave that money pick to
Yes.
people tonight. It said plus 200. That's the pick of the year.
Still early. Still
Where
early.
was that at?
I said it right
We
at the
said it
beginning.
earlier.
Is that when I was
I
eating?
said if anybody's looking
Maybe.
for some free money tonight, I'm going to give it to you. And I did.
What just happened?
He pretended like he was about to draft Cutter Gauthier. It was really hilarious.
I've seen a lot of cocky kids before they became members of the National Hockey League. That guy's a dick.
Did he just call Cutter Gauthier a dick?
Boston College is the #1 ranked team in the National Hockey
He just called Cutter Gauthier a dick.
Better be careful. The coach won't talk to you.
League. He asked what do they look forward to in the game against the University of Denver. Well, it's going to be, it's going to be a hard-fought game, and it's going to be really tough. There's going to be a lot of sad faces over there in that Denver locker room, and I'm going to score 2 goals. They lost 2-0.
He didn't.
He didn't. That is not true.
He didn't say I'm going to score 2
He didn't
goals.
say I'm going to score 2 goals. And he also said there's going to be a lot of tears in that locker room.
Tried.
Yeah.
Okay, they tried. Chuck Fletcher drafted him. They tried. They gave him every opportunity. They went to visit him,
Well,
visit his father.
Coatsy might break some news here on the show.
Coatsy called Cutter Gauthier a dick.
He did.
There is a guy that's a flat-out
Like that's
asshole.
Oh, he just called him an asshole. He just said he's a flat-out
I've
asshole.
never actually thought it. We never even said that. I mean, we've gone on our show like with the Bundy Bomb show. Wow. I guess that's. You can do that when you retire, though.
So breaking news: Coatsy calls Cutter Gauthier a dick and an asshole.
Thank you for the extra 2 minutes.
We did
will
not.
take in round 6 Trent Frederick from Boston.
Good one. Oh, I love Trent Frederick.
Oh.
He's got balls, Trent Frederick.
Oh, he's got balls.
That's a hockey player right there.
He's right about that. He's right about that.
So he said dick, asshole, and balls in the last 5 minutes.
last minute.
Welcome to Anatomy with Steve Coates.
I mean, we have the F-bomb, but
Kyle Palmieri.
he's already gone.
Kyle Palmieri's already got a goal assist tonight, so we're going to take him.
I don't think he was taken.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
Good get on
I
your
thought he
part.
was.
Islanders are going to start flying off the boards now.
Yeah, that's a problem.
How much? We're close, right?
You're all over it.
Yeah, we have. There's four picks.
Before I make
picks
an asshole of
before us.
myself, can we double check?
We know that they're not taking.
Brock Nelson is there.
Okay.
Anders Lee
Anders
is there.
Lee, and one of those guys has
Barzell is there.
I don't want to. We shouldn't go double Islander though.
No.
Right?
Who was the other name we said?
We said Gustafson.
Yes.
From the Rangers.
The defenseman?
Yes. The thought process being.
He was in Philly, remember?
Yeah, I know.
He had a 2-assist game, his first game in Philly, I believe. And they were both on the power play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is the same Eric Gustafson.
Yes.
Yes, it's the same one. He's been in the league.
We
for-
have
There's two, isn't there?
The other one
There-
doesn't play anymore.
There are two.
We
They
need-
both play for the Flyers.
They did.
The first one I remember, he scored in Game 6 against the Rangers.
Nice,
he
nice
came
quiet,
right out of the penalty box.
Nice, quiet kid, but he couldn't play.
So we have 2 picks coming up here.
We do, but they might get broken up by a break.
I think we should just keep rolling.
Maybe we start bowling.
just start throwing balls down the lane, right?
I just want to have it. If I had a helmet right now.
If we each
If I were in college right now, right?
Yeah.
Just want to tell you guys that I would be lubed up right now.
And you would throw
with
yourself
with
down
a
the lane?
hockey helmet on, and I would literally just launch myself right down the lane and smash head first into those pins.
There's your boy, Darnell Nurse.
Somebody took him ahead of Barzell.
All right, listen. If we each grab an arm and a leg of Coatsy, we can send him down the lane.
Oh man.
3 picks.
Isn't it?
No,
Nuchushkin's been picked.
2
HC.
picks.
Been picked.
2 picks. 2 picks until we go.
Now, let me tell you right now, we should get a pic, Scott. There should be a picture of that right there. Callahan South Street, collectively dressed and just absolutely festive. And all of a sudden, it's their crowd. They just go, we don't give a shit. Do you have any idea what you want, or do you want me to make a pick for you?
Yeah, I want a Miller Lite. No, I grew up watching a Burley man.
Andrew, congratulations. You will be making the 8th round selection for Snow the Goalie.
I got you. It's okay.
And with that being said, we'll go with the Boston Bruin. Morgan Geeky.
Yeah, because he scored tonight.
He scored, yeah.
Maybe we should get away from the bar.
Interesting. Fettuccine Alfredo. They can't take all 3 of the guys we've discussed. Do we go?
No,
with-
Evander Kane hasn't been picked yet either.
Yeah, but he's a gamble.
Ah.
I actually like going Brock Nelson and Evander Kane.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
From the New York Rangers, we'll take Jimmy Vesey.
Good.
Okay.
I'll take Kane.
Yeah. I think Bundy's right. The hell with the defenseman.
Yeah, let's go with Evander Kane and who's the other guy?
And Brock Nelson.
Brock Nelson first.
Go Nelson first.
And then
I can't believe Barzell's going to end up.
we might get him in the 8th round.
I don't think so, because once the Islanders go up. Are we sending Andrew up to do the pick?
Or Bundy's doing it? Bundy's doing it.
Go ahead. You guys, you can go together. Good.
Brock Nelson.
That's fine. I'll do the 8th round. I'll do the 8th round.
Bundy, Therien.
Okay, we will go with Brock Nelson from the Islanders.
Brock Nelson from the New York Islanders.
There we go. Brock Nelson off the board. There's a silence that has fallen on this group, and it's not because they're wasted, which they are.
We're going to break right now.
The reason that they got silent is because they realize how screwed they are.
All right, so Maggie should be coming over.
Break, and we'll be back for our last 2 rounds.
And then when we come back, we will have the first pick of the 7th round.
Correct.
That's correct.
By the way, all the people who've like desired to be in the war room during a draft, you get the experience.
Yeah,
tonight.
we're reenacting the scene from Moneyball.
In a way, yeah.
He gets on base.
Anthony,
check on Kane's status. I'm sure. I think he's back, but East Coast Taffy is saying
would you
he's
say
injured.
would you say that Kane is all in?
We're gonna need you, by the way, when the Maggie from the
Do you think
Kane?
Do
Okay.
you think that he's do you think he's going to be a flop? Huh?
Jesus.
Kane will be in the lineup versus Los Angeles for Monday's Game 1.
Yep.
If he plays poorly, are they going to throw him in the river? Should I keep going? Yeah.
That made the best of, by the way.
When
Your Pinto puns.
Oh,
That's in there.
I remember the Pinto puns.
Yeah. What I don't understand, looking at the video,
when
I'm literally sitting 8 inches from Bundy.
Yeah.
And
your
can
screen,
see
your
me.
screen is brighter. That's why your screen is set
You
brighter.
cannot see him at all.
Is our guest coming?
She's supposed to be coming over.
Okay,
They said
great.
during the break. Yeah. You know what? I'll double check.
So you guys are good 100%. We're going to go with Evander Kane.
As long as he's healthy.
He's playing tonight.
Okay.
All right.
And what's our interview? Okay. Yeah, great.
Maggie
great. Yeah,
Bond
she's from here. Yeah, this
Brooklyn
is great.
Bowl.
Yeah, from the Brooklyn Bowl. Great.
From the Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm not in a cave. It just said it's darker for some reason. I don't know. Not light. Even
Bundy's
you know-
actually coming to us from the streets of Kensington.
Yeah. We're gonna do an interview, and then Andrew's gonna take care of the 8th round.
You're going home?
I gotta go to Akron. My son's
Really?
gotta go take a look at the University of Akron.
Is this Is this some breaking news?
Yeah, I mean
he's being courted
he's
by
gonna
the
be a Zip?
University of Akron.
He is. And he's got a lot of like 1AA schools with
Okay.
offers on them, like Monmouth, a lot of them.
Okay.
Maine, New Hampshire, great schools. And then, but now like some of the bigger ones are getting on him. He's like, I think he's gonna be a good player. Loves football, just loves it. So I got to drive to Akron. That'll be his first 1A offer.
I think
From the back.
Chase Blackburn
nice.
was his name. Who played linebacker for the Giants. He's the only NFL
What?
guy I can think of
Me?
that went to Akron.
Oh, Andrew.
Okay.
I think that's.
Oh, look who's coming on. No offense to intern Andrew. He doesn't hold a candle to the guy who's about to come on the show. Who, the last time he was on the show, choked Anthony. Lovingly. We have an all-time great flyer coming on the show.
He's been on before, right?
He
Yeah,
was
we had
on,
him
he was
in
on
the-
when we were at the Jonesy
yeah,
beer thing.
Yeah, the beer. Yeah.
And he
Hey, gars, ça va bien? You guys already know who it is,
oh,
right?
we going en français?
Oh, I
Now,
will.
I actually, I was not part of the interview the last time. Get this man a vodka soda. Isn't that what it?
No,
what
he
you-
does not. Does not drink either.
Really?
Wait, mate. 40 years.
What was the thing that I got him? Oh, it was a soda.
Yes.
It was a soda on the rocks. It was just soda. and-
Joining
and
us.
ice.
Look at this.
Here, you want?
The great Bernard Marcel Parent.
Where is he?
Bernie, so good to see you again.
It's good to see you.
Last time we had you on was at the Jonesy Beer event at Conshohocken Brewing Company,
Wow.
and that was good to catch up with you then.
That's a long time ago. Jesus was alive.
Season flew by though, eh, Bern? 'Cause that was
yeah.
like the first 10 games, and now the season's over. It's like, oh my God, that was so fast.
Oh yeah, yeah. Life. You have to enjoy. Life goes by fast, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Get a pick. Let us turn for your beautiful wife for the pick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're going to stay up there, or you're going to come back down?
That's awesome.
Ready to go?
That's awesome. So how you doing, Bernie? How you feeling?
With my hands. Yeah. yeah. But
There's a stand-up comedy club across the street. I don't know if you know that, right?
you know what? I feel good. Although I have to say that 2 months ago, I had a big back operation.
Yep.
You know, and As a matter of fact, the doctor for Caair, who takes care of the Eagles, did the operation, but it takes a long time to recoup, you know.
Yeah.
God, I just turned 79.
Wow.
you know? Wow. Think about
Congratulations.
this.
79.
Yeah, 79.
Wow.
My goal is to reach 95.
Really?
Yeah.
The
Why,
goal-
how come you sound so surprised?
Well, no, I didn't, because it's not that surprising. The number was just a number that surprised me. I'm thinking
He's trying to think of how to say it in French right
No,
now.
I'm thinking to myself.
Hold on, wait. We all know how to say 95 in French. If Ant can do it, he wins $5. No,
I don't know how to do it in French.
En français.
I can do it in German.
Okay, go ahead.
95.
Hey.
I don't like the on that, but yeah, we'll take
I'll
it.
say it in French. 95.
Okay. There you go. No, I just thought it would be surprised. Maybe you would want to go to like 100. Do you not want to get to the triple digits?
Well, those are good options, you know.
Get the 95 first, right, Bert?
But I'm afraid I may not be talking to you then.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, last time you had the back operation. Are you feeling better now, though? Are you?
Well, you know what they did, what had to be done. I had big incision on my back, and maybe about 7 inches on the front. You know, and they put screws in there. They put wires and all kinds of things. It took him 3.5 hours.
So you can't walk through a metal detector now.
Oh, you should see this at the airport. It's a lot of fun, man. But you know what? All I have to do is show them my back, and then I'm fine.
That's great. That's great. So, are you going to be able to do? I know we talked about this. You weren't sure after this surgery. Are you going to be able to get out there on the golf course or no?
That I don't know because every time now I have a physiotherapist now that I worked with this morning, as a matter of fact. And every time anything I want to do, I discuss this with the doctors, and then they give me some advice.
Okay.
So I have no clue. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Bernie, what did you? Season's over. A lot of good things happen in Flyers land this year. What did you take notice of? A return to community. I mean, it was a return to what the Flyers are all about.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's a season to learn. You know, a season to learn, and you know what? I think what the important thing is to, as a player, you know this, is to dream, to reach the top plateau, which is the Stanley Cup. You know, and when you have 18 or whatever 20 players, you know, thinking the same way with the right leadership, then a lot of beautiful things happen.
Fantastic. Well, Bernie, we love having you on.
You got a good team on this, Bern, or not?
Yeah. How's it going over there? Are you picking with Joe?
Watson.
Is Watson in charge?
Yeah. Well, you know what? It reminds me a little bit when Joe played in front of me on defense. Can I say any more?
Bernie, you're the best.
You're the best, Bernie.
He's a good guy, yeah. So
You are the best. Thanks for coming on. We love having you.
2 rounds left, Ron, on me. Thank you as always.
Thank you.
We love having you on. Thank
Love
you,
you, pal.
Bernie.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bernie
The
Perron.
legend, Bernie
Here.
Perron. Take the microphone from him, Russ.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Bernie. Yeah.
Give him a help up, buddy. Come on, there we go. Good job, buddy.
Thank you,
you
pal.
as always, my
Thanks,
man.
Bernie.
Quite
Appreciate it.
spry.
Thank you so much. He's the best.
And he didn't choke Anthony this time. which
Yeah, last time he
was
choked
actually-
me.
The last time he gave him a around the throat, which was great. If Torts can't do it, why can't Bernie?
That's right.
That's what we always say.
That's what we always
You're
say.
right. This draft is not moving fast enough.
It hasn't even restarted yet.
Yeah, it didn't it?
No.
Holy shit.
No. And our guest from Brooklyn Bowl has not come over yet.
Did she leave? She might have left. Hello.
There she is.
There she is.
Hi, come join us over here.
There we go.
Yes.
Make sure you let her know who
So we
she's
go-
joining. Russ.
Yeah.
Of
You can
course.
fill us in with some events.
Of
then.
course.
Oh, that's the goal.
Of course.
All right.
Yes.
Hello. Come on on.
Hello. Following Bernie Perron. No
Give her the
pressure.
mic.
No pressure.
There you go.
This is Maggie Bond from Brooklyn Bowl. Hi, Maggie. Good to see you.
Maggie.
Hi, friends.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to Snow the Goalie. Yes. So, first of all, you guys have an incredible place here.
Thank you.
It's my first time here, and I've been down here before.
Okay.
So, like, I've been over to the comedy club, right? You got the Fillmore next door. So, but this is the first time I've been in here. How long have you guys been open? This is the first question.
Great question. We opened November 4th, 2021.
Wow.
We're fairly new.
Kind of after the pandemic, and it was like,
Mid post pandemic, it's an interesting time to open a room, but we did it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's really cool. And secondly, so obviously we're up here on the second floor of the building. You got a handful of bowling lanes up here. You got a stage with where Coates's at, and a nice big open place with the bar. What's the downstairs situation?
Sure. So downstairs is a full restaurant, full food service, bar, another 12 lanes of bowling, which is awesome. So it's like more than a bowling alley, right?
Yeah.
So you have like live entertainment. You have the concert venue upstairs. We got everything going on downstairs. We do private events. We do the whole thing. It's like a really nice addition to the block.
That's fantastic. And so what kind of concerts do you guys bring up here?
A little bit of everything. This weekend we had a Taylor Swift dance party with 500 people up here.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's just a DJ. It's like a DJ that spins Taylor Swift nights. Tomorrow we have Jesse McCartney, if you remember him from the early 2000s.
Yep.
Sold out.
We're sending the intern.
Intern, go make the pick.
The intern's coming to make the pick.
That's intern Andrew.
Calling for somebody else to make.
No, he's part of our
That's
team.
intern Andrew.
That's intern Andrew.
Oh, Andrew. I couldn't see.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all good.
He's having a hard time seeing tonight's having a hard time.
No pressure, intern Andrew.
Yes, no pressure to the intern.
Hold on, this
is a big moment. It's a big moment,
this is his
Maggie.
We're going to give it to him.
We're going to give Andrew's big moment here.
Is he sure?
All right. 7th round pick. Snow the Goalie is proud to select from the Edmonton Oilers, Evander Kane.
Evander Kane.
Look at that.
How do we feel
Nice
about
pick,
that?
We were
intern.
very happy with that.
We're
pick.
good with it? Okay,
like it.
great.
Nice pick.
Great
Very good
job,
Good
intern.
job, intern Andrew. Great job. So now, how did you guys get involved with the Snider Hockey Group here?
So we work with Ike Richmond, which you guys probably
Sure.
know, and
Love Ike. Ike's
we
a great
love
guy.
Ike.
Yeah,
Isn't
great
he the
friend.
best? He keeps us kind of connected with everybody, and I keep my ear to the ground. And doing these kind of events is just like so good for the soul and for the heart. So I try to do as many of these kind of nonprofit foundation events as we can, just to activate the room in a different way and give you guys a new way to fundraise and do something fun and different.
That's awesome. That's really, really cool. And really, people need to come down and check this out.
This
right?
is
So what is
phenomenal,
the normal hours for people to just come by?
We are open Wednesday through Saturday. We open 6 o'clock on Wednesdays. It's just open bowling. And then on Saturdays, we open at 2 o'clock, and it's all ages.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you can bring your family down.
Yeah, that's
Bring
cool.
the kids, which is super awesome. Once a month on Saturdays, we do something called Rock and Roll Playhouse. So it's like music of a certain artist for little kids. It's an hour. It hits right before nap time. As a mom, I'm going to tell you it is the best timing. Kids come, they run around for 2 hours, they go home, they have a nap, they sleep for the rest of the
That's
afternoon.
fantastic.
It's
You put the
awesome.
bumpers up?
We do put the bumpers up. So the bumpers here are actually electronic. So if you want to punk somebody, you just hit a button and the bumpers pop up.
I love it.
It's
love
like
that.
my favorite thing to do in the world.
I do. I love that.
That's fantastic.
I might have to pack my 4 up to come down.
Yeah, he's got four little ones.
Yeah.
Come down.
Bring them down and come down for an event.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. And down at the bar downstairs, you got TVs and stuff, like people could come in and watch the games and things like that.
Absolutely. Same as we have it. I don't know, you guys can't see it on screen, but
Yeah.
the same as we have the games up here, we'll do that downstairs as well.
Oh, on the lanes.
Yeah,
So
on the
that's
lanes.
really awesome. That's really awesome. You know what I was thinking, guys?
What's that?
I was thinking that this would be a great place for the Snow the Goalie Press Road Show for Flyers road games.
I think so too.
See that?
We should talk about
We
that.
should talk about
We'll
that.
We should talk about that.
Absolutely,
You
we'll
get
talk
some.
about.
So you get people come and watch the games, right?
We do. We do.
Yeah.
We do a lot of watch parties. The Sixers are planning some stuff now, right now, so we do all
We
that
should
good
talk. We
stuff.
did one back in March out in Chester County. It was an hour and a
It was
half away.
in Oxford.
Yeah, in
Because
Oxford,
Chester County doesn't feel that far away.
No, it doesn't.
Oxford.
That
does.
sounds far.
Oxford, which is on the border with Maryland.
Yeah.
That's
and
far.
we
had
had a full house.
We had a nice,
in there.
we had
Yes.
a nice big crowd of people who drove an hour plus to go and listen to
hang
us
with
for
us
whatever
and
reason.
watch a
Love
game.
that.
Yes,
You know,
we should
like,
talk.
We can vibe it all out. Look,
Yeah.
we're nice and orange in here tonight. We'll
Yeah.
throw some logos and some branding up. We'll have
There we go.
we'll have a great time.
It'd be fantastic.
See, there we go.
Awesome.
Maggie, you're the
I love
best.
it.
Well, thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
thanks for
Thanks
coming
for
on.
doing a great
Do you
job
guys?
with
Oh, by the
this.
way, do you have a website for people to check out?
BrooklynBowl.com
There you go.
/Philadelphia.
Perfect.
That was easy.
Brooklynbowl.com/Philly.
This was my first podcast, so thank you.
This was the first one?
You got
Like
a
a
good,
pro.
You got a good voice for
Oh,
a
thank you.
podcast.
No, this is the first time I've ever done this.
You're
so.
very good.
You're good at this. This is good. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right, my friends.
All
Thank
right.
you for
Thank you,
being
Maggie.
here.
Thanks, Maggie.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank
All
you.
right.
How about that?
So, yeah, it's great. Maggie Bond from
Just
Brooklyn
wait.
Bowl.
She's going to start a podcast pretty soon.
That's
in
right.
In the lane.
In
In the lane.
yeah, electronic bumpers, right? Popping up.
The electronic bumpers, though, is great.
That is great. That is
Punk
great.
somebody. What happened? Oh, they've got.
Have you been paying attention there, Andrew?
They've got the timer going on over there.
Have you been paying attention? You made a nice pick with Evander Kane, but I haven't seen a thing that's happened since.
They just took Hagel, which that was going to be my Mr. Irrelevant. So I'm going to have to
Well,
pivot.
Hagel got taken, and so did Barzal.
Yeah, he's gone. Horvat's gone.
Adam Henrique is actually a good pick. I was looking at him earlier. That's a good play right there. A good pick by CT Landry.
Wow.
Nick Cousins taken.
That's not a bad pick either.
I'll tell you what, he is one of my favorite players when he was here. I did a couple of coaches' corners with him, but he has really turned out to be a real pain in the ass.
Who else went? I'm trying to see.
What he's supposed to do, and he's
Russ, can you scroll up a little bit?
Yep.
above average.
Philip
buffer.
Cheadle.
Jarvis taken.
Adrian Kempe got taken.
This is tough.
Two.
Maple Leafs tied it.
Just scored.
Oh,
Was it Matthews?
Yep.
Bertuzzi.
Noah Hannafin from Vegas.
I don't know. Was that Bertuzzi's goal? Take a look. Looks like Matthews was. That might have been Matthews.
Really? It looks
No,
like it's probably
no,
a high
never mind.
sticking.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Hurdle for the last pick?
I thought Hurdle got taken.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure Hurdle got taken. Give me a sec.
Again, we missed a round almost.
Blue line. Ryan McDonough.
I swore Hurdle got taken. I could be wrong.
I don't think he did, but unless it happened in this, like after the Kane pick, but I don't.
Skate. Full dead.
From the Vancouver Canucks, the Skateful Dead draft Elias Lindholm.
Lindholm got taken already.
Pretty sure he was not taken. That's a good pick. I'm just thinking, I don't think Elias Lindholm has been taken, which
No.
surprises to me because he's already got a couple.
Wow,
of
yeah,
goals, came
Lindholm
over
wasn't
that trade
taken.
from Calgary.
What about that? That actually a good one here too. Middlestat.
Casey Middlestat for Colorado.
Go Rovers.
Could be a good call. Oh, here's the yellow.
He was
is the
18 and
trade.
39 this year.
No goal. That's not a goal.
Oh, they waved it off.
Yeah, of course it's no goal. The guy was fucking.
Ivan Barbashev.
I
just
looked
got
at it one
taken.
time.
You know, in German, there's a really funny tongue twister. Rhubarbabababara.
What's the translation for that?
Rhubarb Barbara, but it's rhubarbabababara, and then she talks about going to a place where you get your beard cut, right? The barber, rhubarbabababara, and then they cut the rhubarbababara bye.
You're going off the rails right now.
Listen, it's been a long night.
How long have we been on?
It's
Almost 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours of nonstop content. You know, there were people who asked about the Manning cast. I did see it before.
Yeah, well, we gotta discuss
actually,
that.
well, we had that conversation with the team last year about doing a Manning cast.
Well, a lot of stuff though last year, so people know, was stipulated on what happens with 97.5.
Well, there's that, and there's also the rights to being able to broadcast while the game was on was
Yes.
the other big holdup with the league.
Probably because of NBC has rights to it.
Yeah, but it wasn't even to have the video. The problem that they had was anybody trying to broadcast while the game is in progress, because you can have the sounds of the game or whatever.
3-0 Islanders.
Ooh.
Man, did we gift them tonight? We did. We gave you the biggest dog ever.
Yep.
That's a barking dog right there at plus 200.
Anders Lee.
And I like him. I wish it was Brock Nelson.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, well, it's all right.
Was Lee taken or no?
I think so.
I don't think he was.
He wasn't?
No.
By the way, what did you transfer the equipment in?
So
Did
Brian.
did the team give anything useful?
Yeah, well, Brian packed everything up for me. So basically, the camera was on the tripod by itself.
Okay.
The soundboard was in its own box.
Okay.
The lights, which I didn't end up bringing in.
I guess my question is it a more manageable move than when we did the last live show?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, and then all of the headphones and microphones and cables, etc., were in that thing right there.
Gotcha. Do we want to get into any Flyers talk here while we're waiting? Because this is going to go for a bit. Do you have anything that you guys want to get into?
Like what? What do you want to talk about there, Russell?
Well, there's a rumor about a certain player who wants to be moved.
Who's that?
Are we not ready to have this conversation?
Who?
Cutter Gauthier apparently doesn't want to play for John Tortorella.
I thought you were about to say that he wanted out of Anaheim.
I did too.
I was like, who does he think
You know what?
he is?
We didn't actually have that conversation.
About the orange and black?
Well,
About the real orange and
Oh, did you see
hold on.
that Twitter
So,
beef?
so pause. Anaheim tweets the picture of Gauthier, and it says, smiling or whatever, feels good to be playing for the right orange and black, right? And you're like, wow, what a dick move by the Ducks, a shot at the Flyers. Except somebody else pointed out, somebody who actually writes on my team of content writers, points out that the Flyers actually did that first. When Drysdale first suited up for the Flyers put out, was smiling, feel happy to be wearing the right orange and black. So the Ducks were actually firing back at what the Flyers did in, I believe it was in January, right? So.
And then the Flyers fired back again.
What was the fire back there?
So we're winning 2-1. Or did? Okay, I saw something that had the two tweets right
Side
next
by
to each
side?
other.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that the Ducks did it and the Flyers responded. Maybe that was just the original
No,
one
it was
from January.
Flyers did it first, and then the
Okay.
Ducks responded with Gauthier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about the fact that Anaheim decided to burn a year of his ELC to get him in one game. He did have an assist, but like Bundy, is that just a team trying to pacify the guy? Is it a move where you're trying to send a message?
Yeah, so what I think is, and I saw this before when I actually was in college and I know the stories, he was all like jacked up to go to the NHL, impress everybody at his school, like, hey, I'm in the NHL. Problem is, it ain't like it used to be. It used to happen. Guys were like, you'd go and like, fucking guy was like a god. Dude, you went 5th overall. You didn't show up for your own country in the World Juniors that year. He's not a big game player. I mean, I know that. I don't need to be told. I saw it again in the national championship last week. He doesn't compete against great teams. I actually love the fact they fucking got rid of him. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad they got the first with Drysdale. I am, as at least some kind of backup to that, because. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's ridiculous that at least we didn't call him a dick or an asshole.
That's true. we were a lot nicer to him.
I'll tell you what, though, that's the kind of thing that sticks with a guy.
I
That
mean,
stays with a guy.
yeah, some people just like to pick fights, Russ, just because they like to pick fights. Make sure you know who you're picking your fights with.
It's true. They just say Morgan Riley?
Morgan Riley.
Okay.
I will say I had major FOMO watching the beginning of that Capitals-Rangers game because I was like, that Capitals playoff spot really should have been ours. And so seeing them, I know they ended up getting crushed, but it's just the feeling of being in the playoffs is just it's a great feeling. They rip our hearts out, but it sucks when you're watching it from your couch. So.
By the way, the question was asked earlier about Hurdle. If Hurdle's been taken, he has not. So he is on the board.
I think I like Middlestat better.
If you're feeling
I just
frisky.
don't like betting against ourselves. Like if we're gonna.
Yeah.
Do we have a? Yeah, we have a Dallas. We got Dallas players. So
We got two Dallas
Two
players.
Dallas players. So
I actually think Middlestat is the move.
There's one other name, although we do have two Oilers, and I don't know if we want to go to a third. But because it's the playoffs, do you consider Corey Perry?
Yeah, you know what? It's not a bad play. I mean, he's been there before. He's been in the playoffs. Got deep many times.
Yeah.
Won one cup his rookie year. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. He's a guy that does score big goals and points in playoff games.
Corey Perry.
The only thing is you go 3. That's 3 Edmonton guys out of 8.
I don't like that.
Yeah, they
Now-
just took Anders Lee.
Ogie, by the way, Corn Pop, notes that intern Andrew said ours, asking if intern Andrew is on the team.
We're a
'Cause you said-
family.
No. You said that the playoff spot should have been ours.
Yeah, when we talk about the Flyers, then it's like it's us. We're part of the organization, are we not?
No. We are partnered.
He's an intern for a reason.
We are partnered with the team. We are not the team. Very clear distinction.
Are we not all Flyers fans?
I am.
Anthony's a Phillies fan,
We
covering
are.
the Phillies.
I played here, so of course I'm a fan.
We are interested in seeing the Flyers
It's better
succeed.
for everybody if they succeed.
That is true.
Absolutely.
Including those of us who cover them. And I grew up here, so prior to being a reporter covering the team, I loved the Flyers. I rooted for the Flyers. Yes.
Yeah.
You still love the Flyers.
And I played here, so I love them.
You know, so I mean, it's fair to say
I loved
that.
them too.
You know, but
All right, fine.
Hey, Matt
It should have
Beagle-
been theirs.
Matt Beagle with a really good point for you.
And when you make your, he's not standing like close to the railing there. So
The good
I wouldn't
news
be
is
able
the
to reach.
last round is coming.
Finally.
19 picks left total.
I shook Bernie's hand though.
Thought about going to take a leak. I think by the time I get back, it'll still be going on.
Gustafson just went. Okay.
So did Pietrangelo.
Ah.
Carolina Hurricanes, Jordan Stahl.
All right.
Jordan Stahl, the veteran.
Not a bad pick.
Longtime captain.
Chance of a shorthanded goal there, maybe.
All right, we're in the last round.
All right, so Middlestat on the board.
Where's Russ? Oh, Russ is going to the bathroom. So we have
grab
to.
a cookie on the way back.
Great shooters.
Don't you just say great shitter?
See, we leave, Russ leaves and everything starts to be funny again. That's good. That's good.
Nick Paul, not too bad.
Yeah, but this is Tampa.
He likes Tampa. You keep forgetting this.
I do think they're
Intern
going to win that
Intern
series.
Andrew loves the Lightning.
Toronto did tie it again.
Yeah, I guess
Or
they,
that goal didn't count, or it did.
I guess it did. So, anyway. So just put this up here real quick, just so they understand, because I think this sometimes gets lost. Oop, wrong thing. Our Hexley says down to 31 people in the stream. Someone left. Who was it? So you're seeing it on your stream, right? But you got to remember, we don't just put this out on that stream. This goes out on all our other social media channels. Our grand total that we see here, just so you know, and we'll throw it out there for this time, is 1,417. Just so you guys know.
We appreciate everybody in with us tonight, and it's kind of like, it's just a fun night to do something.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
L.A. finally came. Someone came off the board in L.A. It's Kopitar.
Yeah, it's not a surprise.
Okay. I guess
Tyler Seguin for the Dallas
Oh,
Stars.
Sagan's been picked.
He went, I don't think so, was he?
Wake up!
They're booing him.
Tyler Seguin was picked.
Coates's hanging in there. Spiral out.
Are people actually going to bowl after this?
I'm going to go bowl on my mobile phone.
Coates's hanging in.
Jesus.
Ogie. He loves ripping us.
Yeah.
967 viewers. In the
I
Joy
think I
House.
bet you Russ has some burner accounts that he uses to boost the numbers a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it is. Who was just taken?
Who from Vancouver? Ilya Mikheyev from Vancouver.
Not familiar with him.
Okay, fine.
Mikheyev.
Does he play a lot?
Mikheyev, I think is really how you pronounce it. But
All right.
there goes Bundy. So it's just me and you, Andrew.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
Kevin Fiala.
Another king.
Kevin Fiala just went.
Who? Fiala. Oh, Kevin Fiala, good player. Yeah, he's a good player.
7-0 Phillies they won.
The game's over?
Yeah.
Holy shit. We've been here so long. By the way, Matt Beagle, Wyatt Johnson was taken in like the 4th pick of the draft.
That's when I knew we were dealing with. Oh, there goes Hurdle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't have anybody named O'Reilly anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should like make it like a top 5 or a Mount Rushmore at least of like the worst decisions that have been made so far tonight. I'd say Wyatt Johnson ahead of Jason Robertson would be definitely
Certainly
be on
one of them, especially that high in the first round, because there were, even if you don't want to go with a Dallas Star, there were other great players to be taken instead of Wyatt Johnson.
Yes.
Taking the Maple Leafs goalies.
Maple Leafs goaltending
was a disaster.
Russ, we're trying to put together a top 5 dumbest decisions that have been made so far
Oh,
tonight.
Maple Leafs goalie.
We said that.
Yeah.
We said Wyatt Johnson over Jason Robertson.
That was bad.
Hey, Rye.
Oh.
Are we drafting or are we trading?
That guy talking in the microphone right now, he's had a few. So, what else was really bad?
Yeah.
Oh, who about the guy who they picked and then the third pick was somebody who is not a good player.
We're looking.
I'm trying to remember who that was now. They picked 2 players who were already picked.
Yeah, Wyatt Johnson, number 6 overall.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Oh, Gensel being the first Hurricane off the board, I think is nuts.
that was wild too.
Oh, Nurse. Darnell Nurse.
Darnell Nurse was not a good pick. Who just went? Goalies from some team. Islanders goalies.
You know what? Maybe we'll just have a group hug.
So have all the goalies been picked yet?
No, in fact, the Predators and Capitals goalies and Avalanche goalies.
The Islander goalies don't turn me on, okay? All right.
Coachy is just off the rails.
Oh, Scott. Yes, that's a good one. Somebody picked Jonathan Drouin, who's not playing.
Yes. Cole Perfetti just went.
Okay. Just call my name, and I'll Briere. Here comes Vanna.
You just called Bundy Vanna?
Yeah, we're almost done. He's already been picked.
Unbelievable.
Who?
Philip Hronek for Vancouver. He's already been
In
picked.
his defense, he just got here.
It's only 11 more picks before us.
I saw Casey Middleset
Jeff
play in
Maha.
college, by the way.
Can't believe we didn't get in the playoffs this season. We're in the home stretch. Vote for Nurse. What was I voting for Nurse for? What are we talking about?
So
Nurse?
while you were gone, we were
We're trying to decide what the 5
We're trying to
worst
make
picks.
a top 5 list for worst picks or worst decisions made tonight so far.
Well, I think the Toronto goalies.
The Toronto goalies, what we said, Wyatt Johnson being number 6 overall.
What
And
is that?
And then we said, what was Jonathan Drouin?
That's a beauty.
And then
Nurse is on the D.
who was the Hurricane that got picked?
I have another worst decision for tonight.
Who?
What's that?
Coatsy calling us Snowy the goalie.
Oh, yeah.
You know, at least it's not. We didn't get called a dick or an asshole.
Not yet.
Russ, CT Landry, the fact that you've been with us all night, Russ is still eating.
CT's the man tonight.
He is rolling
Still the
tonight.
goalie fan of the night.
Oh, it's fantastic.
You know what, though?
The best part of CT, though, is that CT is doing this on Twitter.
Yes.
Which means that CT hasn't dropped off at all. Now,
No.
maybe CT did the full screen and then like the little pop out.
Yeah.
But that's impressive.
I just wanted everyone to know the concerned fan reach out today. And he said his level of concern for next year is an 8.
Already.
He thinks they're going to take a step backwards next year.
Yeah.
And we found it, and now Jeannie.
We're getting a pick.
Carolina Hurricanes. The Goat Ropers select Jesperi Kotkaniemi.
Kokanyami. I think they're just excited that she pronounced it properly.
Who are the 2 Flyers goaltenders that are dressed opening night next year?
Sam Erson and Ivan Fedotov.
Okay.
Yep.
I have
That's
an
what I
idea.
figured.
Why don't we get one of the people who stuck it out with us this whole time? Anybody who's interested, I can send them the link to StreamYard. I can bring them in.
Yes.
And they can make the final pick.
Yeah, with our guidance.
We're going on to
Yeah.
Skateful Death.
Yeah. You better hurry.
I'd have to put the microphone up
Do
here.
we have enough time, Russ?
I guess the real well, you know what? Because they'd be hopping on.
Andre Miller gone.
Goes to Skateful Death.
Who just
Blue
went?
line.
Keandre Miller?
I should have thought of this sooner.
That's all right.
That's a good pick.
It was a good idea.
A for effort.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to think of how we would make that work because we had who was the guy that we had on, the reporter that came on remotely?
Oh, the Blue Jackets guy?
Yeah. That was Adam Portzline.
Aaron Portzline, right?
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
dude.
Yep.
Really good dude. Matt Ryan just announced his retirement from the NFL.
Yeah.
Did he even play last year?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ryan Johansson.
That's great. That's great.
Can we draft Ryan Ellis? What's
So
the
what do you
final
guys
pick?
think? We got we're approaching. Do we go
I
Middlestat or
still
Perry?
think Middlestat. I'm looking at Perry was 12-10.
And he missed half the season too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he had that.
Was it 12 different moms he was trying? No, just kidding.
I forgot. I actually forgot.
That was
I actually forgot
refuted.
about that.
Don't give me that look.
You know what, Russ? You really had to go there, didn't you? I can't believe it.
That kind of thing will follow a guy.
How dare you?
Matt Hurdle was taken, just so you know.
I can't believe it.
CT Landry thinks we should go with Adam Henrique.
That's a great pick.
Top 4.
Where was
Is
Rico?
there somebody that we're like glaringly missing?
2-2.
Not bad. Henrique was 24 and 27. Another Oiler though.
Adrian Kempe.
I think Kempe's been
got
taken.
Yeah, Kempe's been taken.
And is there anybody that's on that list of players that would be a guy that would have gone under the radar because of injury?
You know what? Well, the one guy I think is actually a good player is the guy for Edmonton that came from Anaheim, Henrique.
Yeah.
He's a good player. If he gets open space, he could be.
Hello Newman selects the easiest name on the board. 3-time Stanley Cup champion, Pat Maroon.
Pat Maroon.
You know,
former Flyer.
Where's he at now? I forget.
It's not.
I actually
The
signed-
Bruins, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's not a great
Is he in
pick, but it's not
Boston?
a
I thought that's where it was.
Maroon.
Yep, he's with the Bruins.
Yeah. Okay.
Flyers alumni. Last pick.
How much time do we have?
There are 5 more picks than us.
Oh, Ty Domi's son.
Max Domi.
Yeah. If we went with Henrique though, we'd be
We're very Oiler
heavy
I
on
don't want to
the
be very Oiler.
Well, then you got to pick
Middlestat.
a backup. Middlestat's a backup because if Colorado does come back, or do you want another Jet? Adam
I was
Lowry.
going to say the Jets are
Lowry's
it's
been picked.
slim pickings with the Jets.
Excuse me.
I'm a little bit worried about being too Oiler heavy.
I'm not. You got to go for it. That's how you do it.
Oh my God.
They just asked for their time.
There should be a trade. Do we want to make a trade with any of these teams?
No, we don't.
No.
We have no reason. We already have the best team.
Bundy, you're breaking shit.
Bundy,
was
Bundy
his
just
that was
flung
his
his laptop, slammed
Now
it to
we're
the
really
ground.
not
His
see him.
fucking shit all over the table. Fuck.
Oliver Ekman Larson.
All right.
Defenseman, big time offensive player from the defensive position.
To answer East Coast Taffy,
Not
yes, we
John
drafted Brock
Morgan.
Nelson. Brock Nelson was our Islanders pick.
Noah Hannafin has been selected.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any other Islanders of note that haven't been taken? Was it Anders Lee was taken, correct?
He was taken. I'm pretty sure Horvat was taken.
Horvat was taken in the 7th round.
Paul Mary was taken. J.G. Pajot.
Yeah, but
No.
that's not good enough.
Let me see who's scoring tonight. Hold on.
So far we have McDavid.
Your mom is proud of you, Andrew.
McDavid,
What'd she
Rangers
say?
goalies.
I don't know what any of this is about, but my kid is so damn smart.
Horvat got picked, right?
Yeah, Horvat got taken in the 7th round.
Yeah.
3-1.
I'm telling you, man.
Chandler Stevenson was selected
He's
also.
been taken.
Well, there goes Henry.
That's a really good pick.
Well, that makes our decision easy.
Andrew, you're going to go up and make the pick.
I
Yeah,
got you.
well, that
I got
assumes
you.
that the guy's going to be there.
Well, then we're gonna have to take a 2-minute timeout.
Well, no, we got two
Take a
guys
Middlestat.
left.
No, we got one guy.
We got to go Scory then.
Scory Perry.
Is that
Perry.
really who you want to go with?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Really?
I mean, we got.
Yeah, I'm going for it. Go, Andrew.
Okay.
Go.
We need the 2 minutes.
No, he's coming. Definitely doing it? Yeah, go ahead.
For time.
You'll love this one, Stevie. You're going to love it.
We need 2
Here
minutes.
he's coming. Here we go.
Intern Andrew.
We'll go 2007 Stanley Cup champion Corey Perry.
Corey Perry. One of my favorite players. That guy's a hockey player.
Yes, yes, he is.
He had a little trouble, but he's still a hockey player.
He worked his way out of it.
Oh,
the
man.
draft.
Before I close out,
Well, that's it, guys.
Hold on. Let's see if he calls anybody else a dick or an asshole. Hold on.
I just want to thank the fans.
Yeah, thank every one of you.
reason that the Exile Youth Foundation.
No, he's going to do nice stuff here. He's not going to curse anybody out at this point. But thank you all. Thank you all for hanging with us for 3 hours and 15 minutes. We thought this was going to be an hour and a half.
It was supposed to be.
This is 3 hours and 15 minutes.
I can't believe. You know what was the most amazing thing of this night? Was when someone read the wrong name off. Coach is like, already picked.
He knew that.
How the fuck did he know that?
He knew that. So it was good.
Well, anyway, this was a lot of fun. Bundy, this is all your fault.
You guys, I'm so glad you guys came because you know what? I would have been down, done stuff with the alumni, but I figured, you know what? Oh, my daughter's on right now. She's saying she can't see. Oh, my God. I don't know if they've ever watched me. Hi, Lex. Great to see you're watching me, sweetie. Yeah, I'm in the dark. We're at a bowling lane here, and we're at a draft. But this was really cool. Thanks for coming, guys. Andrew.
Wait a second. So
I'm not signing off.
No, so Lex, you just said thanks to Lex, but
that's Alexa. I call her Lex.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know. But she is. Like, you're talking about Patriot League Player of the Year, right?
Yeah, one of the greats.
Yeah, like I mean,
she's
like,
just down
this
there
is
watching,
just
one of the best
chilling
to
out,
ever do it.
watching.
You know what I always tell her though? And Alexa knows. Like she says, "Hey, all right." So you know what's great though with Alexa? I said the great part of her basketball story. Right? She plays at a mid-major, Loyola.
Yeah.
I brag about it all the time. She's a great player, and a lot of girls in those schools could go play at the big schools. Just that some of them don't. But I told her this year, if you have one memory you can carry forever, Caitlin Clark and you are the only two girls in D1 this year to score in the 40s in a game.
That's right.
You'll never be able to take that away. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
And she's finishing up her last year at Loyola.
And like I told your sister, Lex, I said that, as an American University alum who used to work women's basketball games for my work study, I watched more Patriot League basketball this year than I ever did in my life.
So there you go, girls. You ever wondering if Dad's watching? Even at Flyers games,
it was always
always
on
at
the
a second
computer.
screen.
Always
I'm
on the
always
computer.
watching.
Yep. Good
All right.
stuff.
Thanks, guys.
Probably a good place to end
great.
tonight, right? Whether or not we're back later this week with an episode remains to be seen. Like we always say, make sure you subscribe to the show wherever you get podcasts. But seriously, the best thing you can do is go over to YouTube, type in Snow the Goalie, or do youtube.com/@SnowTheGoalie. Subscribe, and then ring the little bell. If you hit the little bell, you get notified anytime we go live, especially with a show like this, where we pretty much on a whim decided we were going to come down and do this. And I think there's a good chance that we'll do some more stuff like this over the summer. So make sure you subscribe, follow the show, and do us another favor and share the show to
Thanks to the
everyone.
fans for joining us tonight. I mean, this was fun. This is what we want. It's all about you guys and helping us make the picks you did. Anthony, Russ, and Andrew, love you guys. I know it was not even a week ago that we parted ways, but you see what I'm saying? We don't really part ways, right? We just disappeared for a few, but I love it, and I actually love being out with the people. It's great stuff.
Good stuff.
Awesome, guys. Thanks.
Awesome. All right. Have a great night, everybody.
Go
Talk
Oilers.
soon.
Take care.
Go.